all your pastry, bakery and quality food, CK Restaurant is the only place to be. We do catering for birthdays, weddings and all related services. We have all kinds of local foods, American, European and even beyond. Come and have a taste of our local juice, ebe and other services. At CK Restaurant, customer satisfaction is our priority.
Public hearings, the TRRC. Imam, you have the floor if you can offer some prayers, please.
Thank you, Chair. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Rahman Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Inna fatahna laka fathan mubinan liyaghfira laka ma taqaddama min dhanbika wa ma ta'akhkhar. ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا هو الذي أنزل السكينة في قلوب المؤمنين ليزدادوا إيمانا مع إيمانهم ولله جنود السماوات والأرض وكان الله عليما حكيما بحرمة اللهم فصل وسلم وبارك على هذا النبي الكريم سيد سند العظيم ذو القلب الرحيم سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين.
Amen. Shukran, Imam Diallo. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Most gracious and eternal Father, the Lord of all creation, the preserver, the sustainer and the protector of all your creation throughout the whole wide world. We continue to call upon your divine mercy, your divine grace, your divine goodness, and your divine generosity and love over every humankind. We continue to submit the sitting of the TRRC to you. We submit all the witnesses that will come before this commission. And we do ask of your goodness that you shall grant them the boldness to be able to speak the truth. And also grants the commission the discerning spirit to discern between truth and falsehood. And also grants the population and the diaspora and the international community as well, that each and every one of them will exercise patience and allow the due process to take its course. And you, being the just judge, will reward each and every one accordingly. This we ask through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much indeed, Bishop Odiko. Council, you may proceed if you're ready with this morning's witness.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, commissioners, and members of the audience. This morning's witness is testifying from abroad and via video link. Hello, Mr. Witness, are you there? Thank you.
Hello, I'm fine.
Mr. Witness, we've not met before. My name is Esa Fal, and I'm here to assist you to give your testimony to the commission. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Could you speak into the microphone, Mr. Witness?
Yes, I do understand.
Maybe you'd have to speak up a little more, or you up the volume.
The volume is up. I say I do understand.
We can only hear you feebly. Okay, yes, now we can hear you. Could you say something again? Fantastic.
Yes, I understood. Yes.
Great. Good. Mr. Witness, could you repeat after me, please? I, Aziz Hydara, hereby affirm that I will speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. Mr. Hydara, you've just made a declaration to speak the truth. Under the laws of this country, it is a criminal offense to provide false information or false testimony under a declaration to speak the truth. Do you understand that?
I do.
Good. Normally, our hearings, in our hearings, we do accommodate for interpretation in the local languages, in one of the local languages at least. In which language, local language, would you wish your testimony to be interpreted into?
Mandinka, please.
The Mandinka booth is ready. Thank you very much. So you would respond or you would answer questions or make statements after the interpretation. Understand?
Council come for wala mindigo ning ay ñinin karo be janni be jabiro kala isi la moy kan na sor lal ya kan na sor folo janni be jabiro kala.
You should also avoid making statements that would overlap with that of others.
No hanin ka bisa kata fanang ila kuma kawon nyim fanang ni si la moy janni jabi janni be ñin kuma kawon fola kan na sor la di folo non dañ kuma kawon be sel la ñokan.
Are we together?
Be ñokan na ba?
Yes. Yes, please.
Thank you very much. Mr. Witness, you are called upon today to testify about your work in the task force that was created to assist the EU, the ECOWAS UN investigation team that came to the Gambia sometime in 2008.
Sedo ko ye kumande dalilo men kam majam pour ye sedandori wala minti ko ida ila dabulo ye ka fo melondi ba me task force pour ka luntangol de ma men yalon ko e nyanna la nyimbankum kanja men be bola fanna la membe ko e EU ECOWAS anin gunda kotangol ila kiskisiro nyimbunda nyin kono.
Okay.
Good. But before you give your testimony, we would want you to provide some basic information about yourself. What are your full names, sir?
Janningi bela se dandiro nyindam dala folo abedia la nya folo isila kibar dandandi di molla folo folo ito ni kontangodu.
My name's Aziz Hydara.
Ntomu Aziz Hydara leti.
What's your place and date of birth?
Iwuluda mintole andu iwuluda sanju malefana.
I was born in Georgetown, Makati Island Division.
Iwuluda Georgetown le Makati Island Division.
And Georgetown is now known as Janjambure.
Yes, Janjambure Central River.
Sai kafuje ne Janjambure abe dinkiramen fananto sai kafuje ne Central River region.
I was born on the 15th of October 1971.
October karo tiltang ani lulu 1971 was ulumule nguluta.
Where did you go to school? Just give us a brief biographical information.
Ya sudien ni nyedrong ila karamoni london ila ta nyoka nyami.
I went to Methodist Primary School in Georgetown.
Na follow Methodist Primary Karambule to Georgetown je.
From 1980 to 1987.
Kabo 1980 kata 1987.
Then I proceeded to Armitage High School.
Tuntentenda kata Armitage High School.
From 1987 to 1992.
Kabo 1987 kata 1992.
And what did you do after finishing Armitage?
Imoneke briyela Armitage londi kondibo karangot nimbang.
Sometime in 1993, by the end of 1993, I was enrolled at the National Security Service.
Between 1993 bandula mafangala yudu ko dinna dinkirato men kita kanto min tankada bundati National Security Service.
As a what?
Kake mundi.
as an intelligence officer.
ye palaso men dinna je wolem kullo dinkarin doku lati ka fama intelligence officer.
And you have since then, up to date, been working at the intelligence service of this country.
Kabo watola fo yimbe watola. Ibe doku la bankola kullo police la dinkiral.
Very well indeed.
Ha wala maketa wala nyama.
And you started as a trainee detective?
Ya damu tadamendo wala karandir lati me alon ko wala kamul karandini
Trainee.
Member karang.
Karangka member karangkang. Aku do go nyingkono.
Yes. Ha.
Yes, please.
And by 2019, you became a director, a deputy director at the counter-terrorism unit.
2019 na ke deputy director di counter-terrorism unit Bundar.
Yes.
But sometime in 2008,
But what is on that 2008 samo?
you worked on the migrants case.
Yido ko ke nyintamala la kur.
Yes.
Could you tell us how it happened?
Isa fono nye okay no ranyadi de.
Yes, indeed, I can.
Please go ahead.
Lugare afanye tendeng.
This happened sometime, I cannot remember the date very well.
Ninkata watu men hakilo te luni fa mutan wala de.
But I was the head of the investigation unit at the National Intelligence Agency.
But watu mo ntele mu kisikisiro bunda nyaton koti National Intelligence Agency NIA.
When I was informed by my line director,
During ntemu la keba momenti director briwe nyin kibaro dinna.
And who was that?
Wala mujumati nu.
Ibrahim Jim Drame,
Kafola Ibrahim Jim Drame.
Director of Operations.
Wala mu director tinu memata do kolu sambola.
Then he called me, but I was part of a task force, so that we should meet at the police headquarters.
Ayam kumandi ayim fanyon ko mbetar la kafule kono adu nyanta fero kala ngabe police la korda bato headquarters.
So when we departed and we met at, I think, at the CMC's office.
Betun tafana wulta utumo len tata nimanyina mbenta CMC la office auto.
And by CMC, you mean Crime Management Coordinator?
Nigo CMC akopo mumendi wala crime management coordinator di.
Indeed, yes.
Well,
And who was the person that occupied that office at the time?
Wato la jumala be office woni nyaton kaya kan.
One Yankuba Sanko.
Kafume utumo Yankuba Sonko.
Do you know the position Mr. Sanko holds today?
Ndey jamano men do sayente yalo ne Mr. Sonko mum palace le babulu bang.
Yes, he is the Minister of Interior at the moment.
Atelo minister timembata banko kan kunya la nyintembeng.
So what happened when you met in Mr. Sonko's office?
Siang mena na ke bringal tata albenta Mr. Sonko la office ko no.
When we met there, because we don't know what we were called for in the beginning.
Bring benteje ko fulo dula ton telephone malo yem kumandi munela.
So we were briefed that there will be a visiting UN ECOWAS investigation team.
Ye inatan ka chandi tumo me nyine fonyen ko. Lunta wolu bina la menu bina kumpa boru la banko kan kabo ECOWAS ani UN la bundala.
Who was present in this meeting?
Nimbe wonjinde jumane jumala be mabere nje.
Yankuba Sonko, Crime Management Coordinator, Gambia Police Force.
Yankuba Sonko bije Crime Management Coordinator, Gambia Police Force.
Ibrahim Drame Jim, Director of Operations, National Intelligence Agency.
Ibrahim Jim Drame, mabeta je atelum director ti memata lokolu tamando la NIA.
Malami Sike, Officer Commanding Major Crime at the time, Police.
Anim Malamim Sise, atelum Officer Commanding, alam nyaton koti, Major Crime, olem nyin kuja ubalu la kulu no satala nyaton koti.
Numo Kujabi, officer commanding Interpol, Gambia Police Force.
Numo Kujabi, officer commanding Interpol, Gambia Police Karola.
Mfali Jaba, military intelligence state house.
Mfali Jabang atebe sojarul kullo dinkarim bundale la kafume military intelligence abe state house la utumo.
My humble chef, Aziz Hydara, officer commanding investigation, National Intelligence Agency.
An interfango kundinu Aziz Hydara, officer commanding investigation, National Intelligence Agency.
In this meeting, was it attended by the Inspector General of Police?
For police on the kuntiyoning ama beta jeleba.
Yeah, that's the thing I cannot remember fully. But either he was at the meeting or we later went to his office to meet him.
Hakilo mo to sene andilo bake katu kufulalem asekeno ay mabe bewoto walla brindel ngana be ko kola lon tata tarala office kono.
How about the Minister of Interior at the time?
Minister mebe marle banko kono kunya la wato la du.
Yes, I have the testimony of one of the witnesses that we attended a meeting at his office.
Ngamo kilina sede yaro mo janka foko ngabeloke atefanga office kono le fanan.
Which witness are you referring to?
Sede Juma laja.
Ibrahim Drame.
Proceed.
And then?
But the meeting I can fully remember with the Honorable Minister.
Bengo men hakilo samutano nim minister emenke.
Was after the whole exercise.
We would come to that meeting. But you cannot remember in the first, prior to commencing this work, whether you had a meeting with the minister.
No, I cannot. And I want to say something, if you will allow me.
Please go ahead.
And then
Yes. I was not part of the task force as explained.
Otumo asatata nyami ndemantara task force nyimfango kono.
So we are a supporting team for the visiting AU and UN ECOWAS team.
Ntelu mumma ko irla leti kafola karola menu lunta wuluti benu bina banko kanjan kabona ECOWAS la bundala ani UN la bundala.
And that support team was referred to as task force.
And wode marla kafonyin wolle mi kafole task force.
Okay, maybe, but I have a list of names of task force mentioned in this testimony.
Ha asake barbiton tolu be safaring many alonko wolle keta multi men be task force nin kono.
Like who?
Including ministers and security chiefs.
Minister ni kanton in tankada kunton ko lula molu bijele.
So I have never met any of these people.
Nim molu den tele ni ulu mambeng nene ni mambeng.
In one meeting together.
Ka fombe be meeting kiloto dinkira kiloto nene manke.
Okay.
Proceed, please. Proceed.
Among them, the only person I met was the Inspector General of Police and the Minister of Interior.
Inspector General, Member Police, and Minister Member Banko Kankunyala.
That's right.
And there was no meeting I attended at the police headquarters with any of these people.
Adun be mansoto ntema betamento police la korda bato ka fo ninyi moli e benje.
So you are called to testify about the work of the support team.
And you are
right, the task force pretty much comprised service chiefs.
But you are
a member of the support team, which was also referred to by some as the task force. But let's focus on what you and the group you mentioned were doing. That is Yankuba Sonko, Ibrahima Jim Drame, Malamin Sise, and others. That is what you are doing in order to assist the ECOWAS UN investigation team. That meeting at Mr. Sonko's office, what was it that you discussed?
We didn't discuss much. We were told that we will assist the visiting UN ECOWAS investigation team. ECOWAS and UN la kisikisir la kafo mulu mulu bidna jang ntelle nyanta wu kala mulu timen dawlu makoyla. In case they need to talk to any witness, we should be able to provide the witness for them. Misali kama ilaftandiam la mumondi mensi ke sedeti ntelle nyanta wu mari ferela ngani itandi nyola ina idiamu. So if they need any document or any other information, we should be able to facilitate that for them. And fana ni sulata kaitile la kaiti kuma wala sulata kibar la ntelle nyanta fero kala pour yow soto. Essentially, you are to be facilitators. For the ECOWAS UN investigation team. Yes. That was the official version. Exactly. But in reality, what was the real purpose of this support team, the team that you belong to? Yeah, I never came to understand that the whole essence was to make a cover up for nata fahamu ko ntolla taro ko nyin kono dalilo memba duma wala nyintiko ntelisike molutina do ko si kolu tamandi nyama mensike kolu bitilati wala ka kolu mabo ke sutura nyame ma ko ntalla karola jayte lafta la nyami. Why I said this? Because there was not at any time I was aware of facilitating to bring any document or being opportune to hear any request from the team. Sila manna soto nte tarta men kono ka foko nyile kayti kanin tel bulunga men sambe ye wala ka kibar dila wala ka mako kuto me ya lon ko wala kete la silo sababu woti jang nte manna wodo ku ke Mike. Thank you very much. How was your work organized? La do ko nying ya landi tam sila nyaadi le kam. Yes, from the police headquarters, we were advised that we will be meeting at Kairaba police station. Itumbrimba police korda ba nyinto inatanyi yamarudin nako mbekari bengoke la Kairaba police station olto. What time of the day? Tilo montoro wati jumala le karla benna. Most of the time in the afternoon. Si jama dal nka ben tilibulu nka ben tilibulole. And in the late evening. Suma. Okay. And what would you be doing there? At the police headquarters, we meet at a building behind the police, how do you call it, side office or the police station.
Police headquarters na bendula ka kidinkira mentu wa bikoma le charge office wala police station o koma je.
And what would you be doing during these meetings?
Allah nyimbangol kono alkamune keje.
Actually, it came to me as a very, very big surprise. What we were doing there was to supervise for the rewriting, or if you like, the copying of diaries.
Menna tante teren ko kona ketanye teren bati nkatara ko menna je wolem diary olu nka si nka wolle sain kan safe diary olu menu ye dinna pour ka wolla ko lu sain kan safe.
Who supervised this work?
Nyindo ko nyi jumala ka nyaton kaya.
Our team, it appears that Yankuba Sonko was the head of the team.
Na kafomolu de menna ta fintole mnyindi ko Yankuba Sonko la manyaton kote.
Who was present during the rewriting of these diaries?
Jumala ma bere nyinje ninga dara nyin diary nyin nalbe tabela safela ka safe ku ko ka bundi jang ka safe jang.
Indeed, the whole team was there. Yankuba Sonko, crime management coordinator at the time, police.
Kafomolu men be yentombo mbele katarje de Yankuba Sonko anin CMC mbele kama beje.
Director of Operations NIA Ibrahim Drame.
And Director NIA Ibrahim Drame.
OC Major Crime Police Malamin Sise.
Malamin Sise OC Crime Serious Crimes Labunda.
Numo Kujabi OC Interpol Police.
And Numo Kujabi OC Interpol Police.
Mfali Jabang Military Intelligence.
Mfali Jabang Military Intelligence.
Myself Aziz Hydara.
Mfangokuno Aziz Hydara.
So we were present to supervise this thing.
Between Ntelebije de Purkanyindu ko tamandi alinka ayamarolu tamandi.
There were some young police officers abroad. They were assisting in writing this diary.
Police funding ke olu dolu fanalu sotonta ye menu nati menu ketantul fanalla makur laliti Purkanyi safero ke nyin diary la safero ka kumo kawlu bondi diary do kono ke safe diary do bala.
Do you know which diaries were copied?
Yal ne ye diary jumal le safe o nyaama banke bundi jang ka samundi jang.
Not exactly all the diaries I know, but I know any diary they know that there is entries or records of the movement of these illegal migrants or West African nationals will be involved.
Hakilo mamutano diary lumenu bemu bari diary me yalon ko molu la ko safeta je men keta wo wuda e laluti walla mo finduti liji banko dingulu men yalon ko e keta tamalalti walla ko safeta diary to yo diary yo lenati je.
Some of the diaries may include
diary lu dol fanal sitaraje men yalon ko asakeno nyinti
like Kairaba
station wala diary Bundu station wala diary.
I'm not very sure of PIU, I think.
Among koy mabake bari asake PIU fanana diary.
And those are the ones you can remember.
Willem diary
Kairaba station, Bundung, PIU.
Yes, exactly.
And could you recall what information was removed from the new diary, from the old diary, and not included in the new diary?
Munkibari jumal del me alon ko ye bondi o diary kototo andu meke o diary kuto nyindo.
Very well.
Hakilo samuta.
Tell us.
Fanyamba.
These are entries that affect the movement of these West African nationals, irregular migrants, they call it.
Ni safarolu meni alon ko me sawundi ke bo dari ko to keke kutamanyi ndo wala keta kibaru timenu be dendi mo fundula nyintili ji banku dingulu la wala wuda ilalu ko tubabulu kafa men migrants wala kode mangolu sawndi ke bondi janke ke jang.
Mr. Witness, what you are saying is a very serious or is a massive cover-up by the government. That's what you say.
Exactly, but that's what happened.
But this is a very serious accusation. You are under an affirmation to speak the truth. An affirmation equates to a statement made under oath.
Along Jandibe Sedandro Nindamutala, ye tawoleta, and Ninta Wotani, a Bekubak Abekoleko, the Kalidron Ibn Sedandro Dida.
Indeed, I believe in my faith.
Tonyano. Later no dankeneyalale.
Yeah, and I know I am sure it's like I am talking the Holy Quran, I'm sure.
Andu amunta bringi jalninga damuta konga abaketele konga al-Quran ole mutanankani.
Are you sure that what you are saying happened?
If ilata nyinna labang ibe memfokam ko kule meanango akitale.
Indeed, very well.
Akitale kende kede.
And where did this happen?
Inketa mintola silam.
This happened at Kairaba Station.
Inketa Kairaba Station also.
Sometimes we will go during the weekend in the morning. So weekdays we go after work.
Tomorrow lunkata weekend ole kono sumandasi tomorrow ni sitanga dukoke nimdo kulumo lemu nimolo jita duko la lon tulkata.
There is an office building behind Kairaba Station.
Bumu bije wala office of Kairaba Station for koma je.
If you go there is a small hall, I don't know whether a living room or a tower, but there's a small hall, that's where we do it.
Bitu bumoto dinkira bije deme ya lonko sal kono balum abako bitu sidulalum wala salo lem delkasi dinkira le to kanyindo koke.
While this activity was going on, did you all know that you were in fact falsifying public records?
Malamen na nyungkul bebe taraka kitara kering. Fo atol bebe bebe ma berinje fal kailin alen nyin lonne ko albe baro men albe men ke kanje kule me yalon ko man sakunda la kaytolu ko safirol albe wol del filindi kan.
Never.
Hakil fulate woto wolem.
And who again did you say was present when this activity was going on?
Sila iko jumala fana koto modo ti me yalon ko wala man fana ma beta je tumala men na nyunku be kering.
No, it was this team.
Amanda nyin kafo wolem dro.
Just give us the names again.
All murun kamba ye dinna ban kotenke.
Okay, Yankuba Shonko, crime management coordinator, Zambia Police Force of the town.
Yankuba Sonko memu crime management coordinator ti Wotembo.
Ibrahim Drame, director of operation NIA.
Ibrahim Drame, director of Matadokolu Sambola NIA.
Malamin Sise, OC Major Crime.
Malamin Sise, OC Major Crimes. Wolem kuja ubalu bundati.
Numo Kujabi, OC Interpol Police.
Numo Kujabi, atalam OC ti Interpol Police la Karola.
Fandi Jaba, military intelligence.
Mfali Jabang, sojaro la kullo dinkarim bunda military intelligence.
Myself, Officer Obra.
And ndafa ngukno Aziz Hydara, intel Marta, intel director to Kisikisiro bunda la Karola NIA.
OC, Officer Commanding.
OC, Officer Commanding NIA.
But Mr. Hydara.
Mr. Hydara.
Mr. Yankuba Sonko, Honorable Minister Interior.
Honorable Minister Yankuba Sonko, Memo Minister de Banko Kanyang,
appeared before the commission. He accepted that there was cover-up, but he claimed that he did not know that the diaries were doctored or were being doctored.
Bari ayete nyim mem fo wala nyindiko atama nyi londi soto nyinna kafu ko nyin diary nyin ye kibaro dul talay ikonole atama londo soto.
Anyway, I know he was the head of our team and he was present, he was there as the head of the team when this thing was happening.
Ntenga melonde wairi mbejele. Atele muntu law kafo nyaton koti adum bewodo ko ke kan tumo melna ama betale afango bijele konte bijenyam.
What do you say to the suggestion that he was not aware that diaries were being doctored?
Ite munasadabe memfolania moy ako ateman londi soto nyinna kafo ko nyin ate londo soto la nyin to ko nyin diary nyin ye kibaro dul tale ikonole.
I will be very much surprised, but that will not be true.
Ubengela yante tiren ku baleti bar bitum fanan atakela to nyati.
Are you suggesting that the Honorable Minister misled the Commission?
Munda ite benyine fo kanko Honorable Minister ayin commission nyin aye filindile.
Anyway, I have high regards for him, but and I'm still going by his advice during his testimony that we should come and tell the truth. So that's what I'm doing.
Na bunya bake na horoma. Bari bitung atefanga ya maro mendi ko ngana nga tonyafo. Ndefana mbeta makangole laten.
Are you absolutely sure about what you are saying?
Ilata nyinna la famfanki asane yate ma ko ibe men fokan ilata la.
Absolutely, no, you're about that.
Kende kede ilata la hakili fulo fogotiji.
Ibrahim Jim Drame, who was your boss at the time, who brought you into the support team or the task force. He appeared before the commission yesterday. He too claimed that if the diaries were doctored, he was not present. As he was not present for most of the time, he attended only two sessions at Kairaba.
I heard him say that.
What do you say to that suggestion, to what he said?
No, I did not agree with it.
Was he? What do you disagree with?
But he was not present when this was done.
What is the real truth?
Lead Council, I want to say something here.
Lead Council left a film for a jam.
None of our superiors at the time,
The law nyaton kolu tembo itelube.
Yankuba Sonko, Ibrahim Jim Drame included.
Yankuba Sonko ni Ibrahim Jim Drame be dabiji.
None of them were themselves when it comes to matters relating to the presidency or the government.
Ibugatare fang sawo ko kundi ning adenta president la kuala watembo.
What do you mean by that? Can you clarify? Can you explain that?
Yes, they want to receive active in enforcing those requests.
Ikalafile ay fintik ay wala ay lankele mako itelubeo kawle tamandi kanka bambandi.
Are you suggesting that they were enthusiastic implementers of those unlawful orders?
For a canyon for katara a corontor in the Purko barak kan sifal ni mialon ko atli di pour que tamandi tariyarinke.
Yes. Because I give you an example.
Katumbe misalo dilela.
Izin Fali Jaba.
Yem Fali Jabanje.
Blessed memory.
Alama ale ne kafarikaye.
You know, most of the people in the group see him.
Mo jama be kafonyin kono iman hanyi anya.
For the simple reason.
Dalilan dinkilin kanko.
They believe that he reports people to the president.
Ilata nyina ko atele kam molu la kalamiro di president wala.
So none of these people will deliberately absent themselves from such activities when family is present.
Itelu dodo te sonna pour que fam da bondi wala ye balam pour kana bengola nim fali be dami ite sonna wala.
I think the important thing here is
na mira men kumma yata jang wala nyinti ko
we must tell the truth.
Na katanga to nyafo.
It has happened, it has happened.
Aketale.
Ibrahim knows me very well.
Ibrahim Drame yentelong kendeke.
He knows I will not come here to lie.
I fango yalo na kontetina jangana fanyafo.
So that is the truth, later.
Wale mutonyati.
But I mean, Mr. Witness, ironically,
that's my testimony.
Alu wale munna sede yaroti.
Mr. Yankuba Sonko, Honorable Yankuba Sonko,
Mr. Yankuba Sonko, Honorable,
barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of the Gambia,
Mola Meya Lonko, loyal Mati,
and he is a honorable minister.
And Mubunya Minister Mati.
A lot of us, me including, hold him in very high regard. Has also said exactly what you said. That he was speaking the absolute truth and he had no reason to lie. Ibrahim Jim Drame was also here yesterday. Again, a very senior officer in government. He had occupied very, very senior positions in government. Both Director of Internal Security and Operations of the NIA. And now Director of Operations for the Drug Law Agency of the Gambia.
Director Operations Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the Gambia.
He too said that he was not there. And that we should believe him because he was speaking the absolute truth. And he had no reason to lie. What do we make of these three testimonies, Mr. Witness? So this commission would not take very serious these self-serving statements by witnesses that, oh, believe me, I will not lie, I would give this message. The commission would not believe that. They would not pay much credence to that. But I want you to tell us about the relationship between Fali Jabang and your de jure leaders in that task force. Your de jure leaders would, in terms of position, be Yankuba Sonko and Ibrahim Jim Drame. What was the relationship with Fali Jabang?
Left I didn't cross and ko I mean follow Mintiko Konusomo. Ibe siring ibe crossroading hakil tuala ka fo menu kana jante fani ya fola mbeto nya drone fola ibe be jibela barbitu lafitale nyin tembe yedinkira seneyandi nyeme yalonko wala menu be nya ton kayala wo ko nyin kunna utumo Yankuba Sonko anin Ibrahim Jim Drame itella ko inin Fali Jabang temo itella londo to abelari nu nyadile.
I cannot say much about their relation.
I mean the working relationship at that time, working for the task force.
So what men na ibe do kola wo kafo nyinto ila do ko hadamanya ila nyoe be nyoe nyaadi len.
You know, Mfali is a type of person at the time. He always want to be in control.
Mfali bungole tu tembo me ya lonko. Wati atekatarle atekalla file ayetara kolu kunna kolu yetara maradi ngate bulu.
Because I don't fool most of the time with him.
Katu wati jama dal ntena mbuka na kolu bukata no nyola.
During the time I was head of investigation, I used to have arguments and problems with him.
Wato mbe kisikisiro bunga nyaton kayala nakatu nyosa balale andu nkakole akulu fanalu soto.
But
he comes to me and decides to give me orders to go by which I always refuse to do.
Akanante kanne kafo abe kango dilantela purunte si do ko ke wonyama barinte mbuka song.
How about that?
He may have attempted to do the same to all.
And lata lo ka laftap me asekeno lafto ku kile wona sambara dol fanali kan.
But who was really in charge of what was going on at Kairaba station?
Silang fang ke jumala tarta do kamar tarra marlin ko la membe ke kan dum Kairaba police station.
Yankuba Sonko,
CMC.
So are you telling us for certain that Yankuba Sonko was present there, knowing fully well that these diaries were being doctored, and he supervised that? Is that your testimony, Mr. Witness?
Amundai kame famole wole mnyindiko ila kumaka nyine mnyindi kumaka sabatere nde ko Yankuba Sonko honorable abenu mabere nyindingira nyindo wato mene be indari tala ibe kumaka dol tala la je kasa undi dingira dor.
Remember, you are under an affirmation to speak the truth.
Hakilo murundi koma de ko eta wole ta ko ibe to nyale fola.
Yes, I know.
Ha ngalon.
What is your answer?
And that's my testimony.
What is your testimony?
My testimony is Yankuba Sonko and all the names I mentioned were present in this cover.
Yankuba Sonko aninga menu beto fo ibema betale nyinkoto kuna fanyame.
And what was this exercise about?
Wala nyindo ko nying at munang abeta tana da munang.
History writes his diaries and omits any entries relating to the movement of this West African migrants.
Wala mnyinte ka kumakangolu bondi diary doto ke saundi diary doto bari fem kibar wo kibar na denta ni luntawlu wala ni wuda ilalle la kola tubabul kafu me migrants wolu ntewlu mala mbewlu tulajele ntewlu saundila.
So what happened to the old diaries?
Anyway, if they actually exercise, we go home, we leave the police.
Luolu ndi nintele ngado ko ka hanfo njita nka sai sule nga kaito lubetu police.
And who would be in charge of them?
The members of the police in the team should be able to say that.
Menu be alon ko police la molu menu be kafonyin kono wolu be fono la le.
For how long has this exercise gone on?
I cannot remember exactly, but few days, maybe a week or so.
Was this before the international team arrived, or was it while the team was in Gambia?
No, before they come.
Did you work with the team when the international investigators arrived?
That is another interesting point.
Tell us about it.
Because
I personally, I never meet this team.
Meet in
the sense, we did not have a meeting with them, we did not sit with them. The only thing we did was to be around, because these people were having their meetings, consultations, whatever. UN House.
Ibe la kachalu ni nyoje ni bewulu keka UN la korda baleto.
At Cape Point, Bakau.
Membe Cape Point, Bakau.
So what we do
but at that stage, just a moment, at that stage, while they were at UN House in Bakau, in Cape Point, where was your team based?
What like Brito Nata for Itata Mila Donke, Anila Nyojoke, UN Cordabato, Bakau, Cape Point. I told later like Cafo, Yebeka for Mento, Alto Denum Sabatari Mindole.
That's what I'm saying. We hung around the corridor of UN House downstairs. In case they need us, we go and collect witnesses for them.
Ntelu katana jele drombe murumuruna bitu dinkilalu toje salo luto bungo kono toje wala na sidu masal bato kebato ni sulata memmen nantelu kono wala menna ilaftanga menke ntel siwuli ngoke.
Very dishonorable indeed.
Andu amanke kuti fammen tembeta.
So the base that you had at Kairaba, was it a staging position to go and assist the UN, or that was a factory for the doctoring of diaries?
For Allah sabatu dinkira nying Kairaba police station yar samba damer fo dinkira me yaron ko albe sirinjere pour kallo ko ke bam fo dinkira me yaron ko pour aller
al tata jele pour que ñing kayto lu fa lañ pour que do ko dié dro.
We were not assisting them. For me, we were not assisting the visiting team.
Listen to the question. Maybe it's a bit too long. So, while your team was working at Kairaba, was that to be your base from where you would go and meet UN staff and assist them, or that was just a factory for manufacturing or fabricating evidence?
For anya na sabatila wolto nong damen to yalango alni UN na molnya na jonyo jela wolto warando fo jele mo alla dingirade damen to yalango albe karlak nyin kayto diary la kol be dunna nyokono wolto ka kibaro bundi diary koto ka sawdi ndaro ko fo wolto mo alewo ke wolde.
That was a temporary meeting for work on the diary.
Otomo wuche bendulalti wato men benyindo ko ke kanyin diary la karola.
So what do you say to the suggestion that Kairaba was supposed to be the place where you would stay and receive information from the UN, request from the UN, and then you provide the information?
Ko anya na sabatila nun Kairaba le ning ayatara UN na mol ni sulata la wato wati pour kibaro la karola ibinal kamala wolto ibal kusonson na wolto pour kayin kibaro sotal bulu.
But I'm not aware.
Mambo kalama.
So while at Kairaba, as far as you know, did you receive any request from the UN ECOWAS which you actioned?
UNAU la mol bulu me ya lonko anatete la karola ndu yesim faar nya data akor.
Possibly, but me personally, I was not aware of any.
As a keno de barintakumo mambo kiliwo mambo dodo kalama.
While you were at Kairaba, were you aware of the presence of the international investigations in Gambia?
For inatana kalamuta ko nyimbanta lundal menyana bonana mane menyana bolana UNAU lundal menyana fo ya kalamuta ko be bango kaneba.
I have arrival, but not when I was in Karama. Ngela na moyle de ka foi natale bari woyatara wamanke wato membe kairaba.
So when you finished the diary doctoring tasks at Kairaba,
bring ali diary la nying kibar soundiro nying bang Kairaba.
What happened after that?
Munena na ki wokola.
Yeah, the visiting UN ECOWAS team arrived.
Kumba borlal nata men buta ECOWAS UN.
Then we were attached to them.
Tumolo yentella koluni katandi nyola.
So we were close to the UN house where they were making their consultations.
Bitu yentel fanal katandi otembole UN la dinkirato nyojo kakedamen.
So that's what we were doing until they left.
Mbewole tamandi kango nyama hanifo ibotajam.
At what stage, after that, did you have a meeting with any superior officers?
Wokola for any turning nyaton ko en dongo soteleba.
Indeed, was.
When was this? Was it before the UN arrived or after the UN arrived?
Ninketa wati jumala fo tanni UN EU mo be futala lamba fo janni ifladen kola lamba.
What I remember was after the departure of the UN, after they finished their task.
Nde hakilo we muta wole mbrinyi UN EU la mulnata jang UN ECOWAS la mulnata jang briye bandi itari ngolom nyimbe wonata ke.
And what was this meeting about?
Okay, I was in my office.
Mbena office wala kono?
Then I received information from my boss, Ibrahim Drame.
Tumolo ngakibaro soton na nyaton ko bulu Ibrahim Drame.
But we should go to the Ministry of Interior.
Kumbe sita Minister Bundala memata banko kankunyala.
Then we left and we went to the Ministry of Interior.
Tumolo ntel fana wulita tata Minister Bundala memata banko kankunyala.
And who was in attendance?
The same team, Yankuba Sonko, Crime Management Coordinator.
Atakafu kilimo Yankuba Sonko, Crime Management Coordinator.
Ibrahim Jim Drame, Director Operations.
Ibrahim Jim Drame, Director Operations, NIA.
Malamin Sise, OC Major Crime, Gambia Police Force.
Malamin Sise, OC Major Crimes, Gambia Police.
Numo Kujabi, OC Interpol Police.
Numo Kujabi, OC Interpol Police.
Myself, Aziz Hydara, OC Investigation NIA.
And in the phone, Aziz Hydara, OC Investigation NIA.
We were led to the Minister's office by the Inspector General of Police, S.R. Baji Jesus.
Meye mentambita nyato kan samba office ba nyinto wala keta esa budget atelum IGPT wotumo.
And what were the discussions during that meeting?
Yeah, it was a short meeting.
Akata ben sutuneti.
The minister just thanked the team.
Minister Kafomolu Jai.
Who was the minister at the time?
Minister
Honorable Usman Sonko, Minister of Interior.
Honorable Usman Sonko, Atelo Minister of Memata Banko Kankunyala.
And what did he thank you for?
Because prior to that, we had the news that the Gambia has been exonerated by the investigation of the UN ECOWAS team.
Na nyimmo ko ya Gambia to senayandile UN ni ECOWAS la kisikisir la lumenu nata jang.
About the disappearance of the West African national.
Ko men keta mo findula teji banku dingol la yemangoti jang ako ya Gambia to senayandi ako kolole.
The Gambia government, I mean.
Walam Gambia man sakundati.
So the minister during the meeting thanked the team for the good job they have done prior to the arrival of this investigation team.
Minister ay kafomolu jay ay numbara pour yedoku kendo menke jalni nyin kiskisir la kafolu be futala banko ka.
Mr. Witness, what did you understand the minister to have been doing when he thanked you for the good job you have done prior to the arrival of the UN ECOWAS team? What was he thanking you for? What was the good job he was thanking you for?
Minister law kuma kamoto kal tentu kal jay allo do ko nyi to ka fa ale do ko kendo menge janni ni ECOWAS UN la mol be fudala ale do ko kendo menge itela mira lodo atata kal tentu kal jay mun ku kendel bara la ale menge janni wol bina.
Of course, our supervision of the cover-up.
Wala mnyinti na kolo samba nyame ngado ko kenya mpuluka nyin ko benu kamabo.
And what did that cover-up entail in the main part?
Oma boro nyin ay mune abe kono munni mune be kono ay mune fudi mune ba kono oma boro nyin.
That is erasing or omitting all entries regarding the movement of the West African nationals during the period.
Wala mnyinti wato mofindula nyintiliji banku dingulu menu nata jang ila kuwa safeta dawoda birino ulube bondi kuolu kono amunta na ulu bondi kuolu kono nyamin abe amunta ala kuwa kawulu dalilo mwoleti udoko menketa.
As far as you know,
Itila londoto.
Was there a doubt in the room as to what you were being congratulated for?
Moy hakili fulo sore jela bay tata kal tendu kal jay ku menna ba bungo nyin kono ji.
No, we all knew what he was talking about.
Hari mbele yalo abe menfoka nun.
How about Esabaji Jesus? It did not appear that he was in the first meeting at the CMC's office. He was not at Kairaba. Did he know what the minister was congratulating you for, as far as you know?
It is London, Esabaji Jesus. At a month on CMC, the meeting followed under a month on Kairaba Fana. Silam Fate Alon Lebang, the Minister Ning, Atara Kalten to Kaljay Mumbar and Labang. It is London.
Of course, my understanding is you know very well.
Ndela fahamu roto de wala mnyinti ko aya lonne aya fahamu le membe keri.
What would you say to the suggestion that he did not know anything about the cover-up? He did not know anything about the doctoring of the diaries. What would you say to that?
Ite muna sura be mfania moiko atama hani londi soto nyimma borota me yalon ko wala kita ando mal londi soto nyim kuto ko me yalon ko wala kita nyin diary la falingo de ka kuma ko bondi diary ko to nyindo ka saundi diary ko to kutamaro.
I have two reasons to believe that he should be aware.
Nagali la fula soto kalako abota kalamale.
Tell us.
Afanya.
One, the CNC cannot be involved in such an exercise without the IGP knowing.
Follow CMC te tarano la nyinyundo ku faso kunna satara police kunton ko IG mambo kalama.
And what other point?
Secondly,
Fulanjaw.
during the meeting of the minister's office,
Bengobe ke kantu mena minister office auto.
the IGP also spoke.
IG fanfanan biya mutajele.
What did he say?
Ay munafo at IG.
He also thanked us
Afana yen tolu jayi
and advised us
anataiya marifanan.
that this should be kept secret
Ko insijin ko ke kulloti ngake alkunutoti de.
and emphasized that we should be loyal to our country.
Anda nyim bambandi ko nsi tilin na banko fasa.
And show us that, make us to believe that this is loyalty to our country.
Anda tenyine itandina purunga lako mbe menke ka wonya amunta na banko kanole yo sabu.
But in my mind at the time,
Rotumo nte sombe mokono.
I was saying, was this loyalty to our family or to the country?
mbeme mira kan wona nyindi nyindu ibe yaya jammele fasa kan ka luafi ka luaye wala ibe banko le fasa kan ka lo banko.
Did they say anything about Yaya Jammeh at the meeting?
Bendula nyindo fo kuma soro de la bam fota Yaya Jammeh la ko to ba bendula to.
Not that I remember.
Ani hakilo mambula ododo ndina.
Did they say that they would report to Jammeh?
Oh, ya fola banko be na ko nyin tala hono ka futandi Yaya Jammeh ma ba.
Oh, sorry, Council. Yes.
What was it that was said?
Council.
Muna fota wala ko to.
Yes, the minister told us that he was going to talk to the president.
Adu minister nyino fo nyenko. Atabitana le katadi amu president we.
But so that we can be compensated for the job we have done.
Kurinyin kamala isendol fanalu buluma sai puruna doku kendo menge.
And were there any compensations as far as you know?
Jisunya buramo di dala bang ila londoro ba.
For my side, I was never aware.
Ndela karola de mambo kala mam femfen malonje.
We understand that soon afterwards Nimo Kujabi became DG NIA.
Nganyim fa amle ko tariyare nge ko nyin kero ngoko la Nimo Kujabi onara na ke DG di myon keda kordati yoti NIA.
Yes, indeed.
Ha keta wala nyam.
Was that compensation?
Omumuna de jisunya burali ya jusola nyabu wala ba.
I may not know, but one can say that.
A sekente malom bari mo fananda mirala de mo so fono le.
Equally, Yankuba Sonko also became Inspector General of Police.
And kola fana Yankuba Sonko na take Inspector General to Police.
But Jesus, was he compensated? I don't think he was.
Jesus
was
do.
Jesus, I'm not aware of.
Jesus started mambo kalama.
Was this the end of the matter for you with regards to the story of these Ghanaians?
Fo nyinam ko lam dadandula de bang nyin ko nyin tamanduro do Ghanaian no la ko do ite londo men so je.
No?
Hani?
What happened afterwards?
Munna ke o ko la ko tanke.
Yes, later I was called again by my director of operation, drama.
Rol be kola na director na tan kumandi memmarta do kolu sambola Ibrahima Jimdarame.
But I should meet him somewhere around Joshua Cemetery.
Kon sita na e ben dinkirato damembe Joshua mbade ko bala.
I went there, I met somewhere.
Mtatane taraje.
I found two people around inside the cemetery.
Ngammo fula fanan taraje bade ko fango konoje.
More than tongue, not more full.
Few people.
More danta, okay, more danta.
More than 10 people I saw, but there were some people, but I cannot remember.
Asiata mo tangotile bari mol bijen hakilo babe mbutaro drom.
Proceed.
Yeah, this was late in the evening, around Maghrib.
Nyamura randulete fitiru watu fang.
So when I went out inside, I found him, and he informed me that I will be traveling tonight.
Birim futata nate fanga taraje. Ayini kibaro le dinako, wolun suto fanga ntenyanta tamala.
Go where?
Kadaminto.
To go to Ghana.
Nkata Ghana.
For what?
Urumunna.
Because I found exhumation exercise happening at the cemetery.
Kadu natara ibe fure urole la bade ko konoje.
And what role were you to play in this?
Say muna begelete la tamanduro, muna begelete la do goti nyinto.
I was to join the delegation escorting the bodies to Ghana.
Ntebe kafula kafo molle mamenu be fure ulus dandana ke sambagana.
Those would be remains, not bodies.
Otakila fure ul desire, obekala bala
Tumalu tolu menu tute jatol
balol bala.
Yeah.
And did you participate in that?
Ida bulata ko nyin kono ba.
Yes, I will.
Ntatale.
So how many remains, how many human remains were exhumed?
Ye bala ma hadama di mo bala to ma jendel wuri.
I knew about this when we arrived in Ghana, that there were 4 bodies.
Mboto kala mabrim futata Ghana ko nani yemenu bala to malu wuri akatata kanyam mo nani lema.
Were they all put in the same container or in separate containers? And by container, I mean either box or coffin.
Foye beke kune kilimole kono bang fure kes lembang to ye fanandli mo yake fayenda ba.
Let me explain. When I arrived at the cemetery,
Mboto nga sata brim futata bade koto.
I saw the grave and I saw these people wrapped in a blue New York bag.
Na bade ko je abari nani liggéey moro nylon blue wala kono.
So I left for Banjul before they removed the remains from the grave.
Ndama na tujede mbota jele kata Banjul jani be nyil fawlu fintindi la dinko kono.
Because I was informed by my director that I should go to the accountant and collect my per diem.
Katu na director nyile fonye ko nsita na dokula memmarta na flow controller na dokula to ngata na per diem kama je wala benjola menna pour nata masilo.
And by your director, you mean Ibrahim Jim Drame?
And niko ila director atalamu Ibrahim Jim Drame.
Exactly.
What do you say to the suggestion that he does not know or did not know anything about this?
Ite mune soto ebe memfola niya moy ko ata mo londi soto waranta man fen kalam da nyun ko nyinto.
I would be surprised.
Abakela nyetere makolete.
Why would you be surprised?
Ne sabu ko abekele tere makolde.
He has denied all knowledge of this.
Al balanta nyum bela ko ba londi soto nyinto.
Anyway, this is what happened to my knowledge.
Why would you be surprised that he has denied this?
Because this is something that happened.
Would you have been able to travel to Ghana without your director giving you directives?
So ebe ta ebe silo soto na labanga tama kata Ghana ninga ya tar ila director aman silo dila.
No, I wouldn't be able to go. I cannot check myself.
Hani wotonti tanola katu ni mantombo ya kamudi nanti tanola.
But you are certain that it was him who gave you approval and gave you this information that you should go.
Andu nyisene ate andu yenyi ne sabatindi ko atele silo dila pour yeta andu atele kibaro nyim fanandila pour yeta.
Indeed.
Akitawanya.
All right. And arrangements were concluded for you to travel, correct?
Kachal to bendita nyoka pour yeta ila tamasilo.
Yes.
And who went on the trip? Who else went on the trip?
Jumani Jumail Tata was Silola, Tamasilo.
The delegation was headed by the then Minister of Health.
What was the person's name?
Todum. Or Minister Memara Jana Kendala.
I think it's Maria Tujala, if I'm not mistaken.
Musole ya nyatonka nimanyina atele minister to memata jara kendala Maria Tujalo wale kafo nyatonka ya ndelo menu tata.
And who else?
Aninjuma.
The then permanent secretary, Minister of Foreign Affairs, I forgot the name, but it's Mr. Ture, something Ture.
Utumo memu permanent secretary, Minister Bundala, member Gambia ni mbantala banko lutemo, fanandabe kafomo lukono le menu tata, ya nina tato la bara akondomu Ture le Mr. Ture.
Would Maudo ring a bell?
Niamo Maudo.
Gentleman, tall, black.
Bidu ke finolo lo jango atelem.
Would that be Mr. Maudo Ture?
wala be kala mawdo turati Mr. Mawdo Ture.
I believe so, yes.
Allah ta'ala ko wolem.
I last met him in Sierra Leone. He was either a deputy high commissioner or he was working at the embassy.
Labanta jela Sierra Leone le aseke atele mu commissioner no lankoti no wotembo bari labanta jela Sierra Leone le wotumo embassy wotu.
Real gentleman, that was my former boss.
Yeah, he's a gentleman. He's a very good man.
Yes. And who else?
Aninjuma.
Malamin Sise
Malamin Sise
and myself.
Anindefang.
So how did you travel to Ghana?
Silang altama da nyari le kata Ghana Bangoka.
Yeah, we very uncomfortable.
Na tamo nya katata sila kolen netide. Man solo ya.
Tell us about
They
it.
put us in a plane.
Yembulandi kulunti la le kono.
What?
Another cargo plane shut us.
Kulunti la membe ko bagasi sambara o men kanyi marchandise lu samba yembulandi wala kono.
That sounds very much like UN travel.
Yes, exactly. You sit right, you are in a helicopter.
Ni be sile eka sile ko ni misal kam akakele ko ni be helicopter le kono.
It's like a military flight.
Abe ko le ko don ko sojoro la helicopter.
And very uncomfortable, you said. And you flew to where?
Kaltida kata binto.
We flew to Accra.
Ndata Accra.
We arrived very late in the night because it took many hours.
Mvulana suto bale katu meta silo kambak.
Banjul to Accra should be on average 2 hours. 4.
Yeah, but
4 hours. Banjul to Accra, 4 hours.
Kamu banjul kata Accra mondro wati nani bari sedo ko telephone lo meta ila meo tambita wati nanu lale.
Should be 4 hours. Yes. And what happened when you arrived in Accra?
Menena na ke bringal frata Accra Ghana Bango kam.
Yes, when we arrived in Accra, we found it was like the airport was organized for our arrival.
Abeko parendiro lukentelu koma le kulundila jidula toje pour kantelu bentu.
What kind of preparation was that?
Parendire sifanya di yemen kal koma je janal bifutala.
We found tens of journalists and other people around.
Na mo jama letara je journaliste lu kibar talalu mo jama anim mo jamalu kotanu.
So when we arrived, we just went straight into the whatever was the terminal room or whatever. We went inside.
Birindal futata drone minim manke bitun dunta fojelo terminal to bam fo bu nyaadi lam bu namba barintel dundunda koloto bu la kono wutumo.
Because what happened was, interestingly, the whole team.
Katumuna natake, ninketa solo tintel kafo mulbe.
For the delegation, none of us were aware of what happened about this migrant issue.
Katuntel momondi momang ku fahamu o udai mola o kolto.
Because at the time, I did not know that Malawi Sise was one time in 2005 part of this investigation at the time.
Katu hani Malawi Sise memben kono. Malo nung ko ate fo tarta kisikisir kafo kono le nung 2005 wato men ko nyinketa.
Because in 2005, when this was happening, I was in Darfur.
Katu 2005 nyinko fa be kala Gambia kan banko kan tumo men. Wala ntebe Darfur.
And the Minister of Health, the head of delegation, from my observation, it seems he did not know much about this issue of migrants.
And the Minister of Farmer Jarakendiala, at a fanan, Nakorosironi, Hakil Toto, Akitale Quata, Fanfanam, Felfeloni, Udaila Quato.
So immediately what I did was I spoke to Mr. Ture.
Between gentlemen, Noto Drone, Olemundia, Mr. Ture.
You know, I advised him to talk to the minister, not to talk to the journalists.
Naya Mari, Nkaidiamu minister, Barikadiamu Ninkibar Talali.
Because the minister, I believe, did not know much about it, and she was very uncomfortable.
Katungalon ko minister among kibar sare lo nyin koto andung akata ye de wote wotembo.
So we went inside. She agreed and she did not talk to any journalist.
Between Asonta, Amandi am journalist, no journalist, between Duntakono to Nyal and Tata C.
So they took us to a hotel. The following day, we went to the Foreign Affairs Ministry.
Uju kolalo yin samba na hotelol to between Asamo, utumolo yin samba minister bundala menfana begana ni bandala banko lutema.
But when you disembarked at the airport, were you officially received by the Ghanaian counterparts?
But bring Alfurata Alfal Gita Kuntila Ninkono, for Kulutila Jidla, for Ghana Masakunda do Kulamul, for Albendun Naba.
Yes, they did.
Ha, Yembendunjele.
Who?
Juma?
Maybe I cannot remember who exactly, but I don't think the minister was there. But the Foreign Affairs Ministry staff were there.
Aseken hakilo tamuta la kende ke jumalo minister de Omanna bari minister bundala do kulalu membe Ghana ni bandala banko lutema ulunatale.
Was there any incident at the airport?
Kusura ndala menke da airport o kulundila jila to jeba.
There was an incident, but it was at the Foreign Affairs Ministry.
Kuketale de bari oketa minister bundala membe inim bantala banko lutema.
So that was the next day, was it?
Oketa osamola fo?
Yes.
Ah, oketa osamole.
Could you tell us about it?
Wese kuma fono nyo kuro ba menke da je osamo?
Yes, we went to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Ndara minister bundala membe Ghana ni bantala banko lutema.
Then the minister, who is the current president,
Otumo memu ila minister ti membe nim bantala banko lutema bitilo wole president Ghana banko kan.
when the minister spoke to him and they told him that we brought in 4 dead bodies.
Birin na minister dia mutate fana ye wotembo ay nyinki baro dia lako na motolle nati mentata kanyang hanfo monani nyon.
Then the government foreign minister said they were not going to accept this 4 bodies.
Bitu Ghana la minister membe ni bantala banko lutema ay memfole nyinti kwa kwetelto mo moto na no lutala.
Why?
Muna ya osabu ayofo?
Yes, we were very confused too, because they said the government of the Gambia just told them that there are 2 Ghanaian bodies.
Akitando finale jakalol tile kadu iteluko Gambia man sakunda memfoye wolem drone moto fula drone ne betelubulu.
But how is that the case when in 2005 Gambia government had accepted that 8 Ghanaians were killed?
Sa oba keno na nyari le 2005 sa ngono Gambia man sakunda sonda ko Ghanaian banku din sei yole fa.
No, the Gambia government, I believe, accepted that they found 8 bodies, but they did not accept that they only 8 are Ghanaian.
Gambia man sakunda ntila faham rodo isondanya lako fure sai wosotontale bari memman saha wole nyindi ka foko foy be mu Ghana ko leti.
I do believe that Gambia government had accepted that the 8 bodies that were found in near Ghana town were Ghanaians.
Lafta lala nyinela ko Gambia masakunda isontale ofuro ese yo men jeta Ghana town dala isontale ko Ghanaian banku Ghana banko dingo mollen. Lafta lala wala.
Because that was my belief, because I did not understand the confusion. Why they say 2 bodies? Then the minister said we have to go back with our 4 bodies.
Wala ketan defana jakano ti dem ma faham kadu minister ko eteli kibaro men suto wolem ko molu men binara moto fula ibewolle natila amanke naniti so wala na minister falan ko don tel ninna ni wo moto lu menu nata je mo na lolu ni sai.
Were you personally in the meeting or was this reported to you?
Fayda fan kunde mo be o bendula nyintolo bam fo ina na ko nyimbole yale baka fo e.
We were all present.
Mbele be maberi.
And in the end, what happened?
There were negotiations, and they were insisting because the Ghana authorities said, how will they know that these are Ghanaians?
Ibe balandinne de ako meta diamo keta kato Ghana kolu be balandinne ko itelu balo no la nyaadi le koto nyato nyaani mu Ghana kollete.
When there were 44 something, if I can remember, he said 44 families waiting for their bodies. Who are they going to give these bodies to?
Andu ning hakilo bakang Ghana kolu ite lakaro ko itele nyin kibaru le solo ko fure tanani ni nani wolle be Gambia jan so sila nyim tolu melu nata teng ibe odi la juma ni juma nyolle la.
No, they said 44 families waiting for their remains.
Dimbaya lu membe batulo la tata kanyan dimbaya tanani ni nani wolle be la mulu batukan.
So if we bring in 4, who are they going to give it?
Sai nita ni nani duron nata ibe odi la juma nyolle la.
And if they are to do DNA tests, they have to do it overseas.
Adu ning kotoboro be kala pour ka faham nyimari ni jumanyo le denta tubabul ka fameye DNA test wobita kala banko e bantalale.
So they were just making it difficult for the negotiators.
Ah bitode ye kolu nyil koleandi le bake di amoni mbeke kantu momen.
So we went back hotel
Bitumo kola lon tenata muru katanna hotelol to
without agreement.
kambe mansoto.
And in the meantime, where were the remains?
We did not even see them. Maybe they took them to the mortuary or a safer place.
Meje de ntelmani je asake ye samba fure bumoto wala ye samba dinkirato sitanka dami.
From when you arrived at the airport, who took custody of the cargo?
Bring altara fal fure da kuluntila jidlara jumale nyim kuluntila nyinna kolta.
You didn't see the body?
I did not see.
In what kind of container did you guys put them?
I never see them.
Okay. All right. So what happened the next day?
That very day, later in the day, we received information that the Ghanaians have accepted the body.
Nata kibaro sotoko Ghana kolu nata sonne pour ka nyim fure toluta.
Because even during that time at the hotel, we were talking about organizing a coffin to return the remains.
Kato anintel bedamen hotel to dumo mbe kacha kampuru mbe kerawlu fere la nyamin pour ka nyim fure murundi nang.
But in the end, what happened?
In the end, they accepted the body.
And what happened next to the delegation?
Then we returned with the next available flight.
After how long?
I think 2 days, the third day we came back.
But back to the main issue. You have made a serious allegation against very senior officers in government. Are you absolutely certain, absolutely sure that your purpose at Kairaba station was to doctor diaries and that Yankuba Sonko and Ibrahim Jim Drame, among others, were present and supervised this activity?
Ilata nyinna ko ando asane atema ko al dalilo menti Kairaba police station do wala munyinti ko ka diary taka kuma kan bondi diary ko to ka sawni diary kutama nyinto andu woku ko ko nyimbe kala wato menna Yankuba Sonko honorable anin Ibrahim Jim Drame afanan ibebe maberi njani modo kotangol ibebe maberi njele ilafti iya wala fo bangani kabul.
Indeed, that's my testimony.
Wala mun nasere yarote.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I have no further questions for the witness.
Thank you, Counsel. And Thank you, Mr. Hydara, for your testimony.
Yaman ko inumbarabake council inumbarabake Mr. Hydara ila sedandiroto.
Before I turn to the commissioners, I have just one a point that I want you to clarify.
Jannimbe nyati na commissioner ning ayatara moye nyini karo soto ye fanna kilimbe mbulu jamme alon ko lafta yewol to sene yandinye.
Is it your testimony that at no point did you see any remains from Joshua, the airport, to Ghana, and subsequently when the cargo was handed over to the Ghanaians?
Kabo Joshua Njang kata fo airport of Karafali futafa Ghana imang hani fure kilinje Ghana allo silol nyimbe kono imang nyama lo hani fure kilinkang
not fure remains just want to be sure that it was remains that you escorted them to Ghana and not a cargo of green mangoes.
Hada badingo bala tolleng yolle ali wolle tambini ali samba Ghana bango amanke nyindi ko kune wolle men yalon ko du tolle beje du la jamba kerol.
Okay. Can I go ahead?
Please go ahead.
Tenten, yeah.
The only time I can say I saw the remains.
Silo mente sa fono ko ngani moto lu jele
was at the Joshua Cemetery.
William Joshua Mbade Koto.
When the exhumation was happening,
watu mebe ni moto lu findindi kan dinkolu kono.
That's the time I arrived.
Watu le ndefuta taji.
So I saw them in a blue nylon bag before they are removed from the hole.
Naje be nylon kaiti ko be blue ringulu kono jani be bondila dinkolu kono.
So I did not physically see their bodies or see how many remains were there.
Men ibala jato luje aduma ajeno fanan kafo jelle bijang.
So it was a plastic bags, blue plastic bag, that you had seen, not the remains.
Yes.
Even at the Joshua Cemetery.
Exactly.
Ha, Willem.
Thank you. Commissioners, if you have any. Yes, Commissioner Jones, you have the floor, please.
Commissioner Jones, left
Thank you very much, Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Hydara, for your testimony. Regarding the exercise at Kerr Police Station, when you had to transcribe the names to another diary.
Police Station,
When members of the task force themselves, the ones who were doing the transfer, did you identify other individuals to do
in task force for it will find that for it will find a mole tombo men
Yeah, there are young police officers assigned to assist, but some of the task force members also were doing it.
Ha, ye police funding kelu dumalankolu dolu tombol menu natam makoi. But the task force fawin kono modul fanale bije menu fanale do koke.
Thank you for that. And now to the Joshua Cemetery regarding the exhumation of the bodies. You have indicated that what you saw were what looked like bodies in blue nylon bags.
Ya itandi janko ye minyalo ta menga ite menje mulunde fele ko meme musu buluno nyinkono ko mul tollam harabadi mo tollam.
Did the bags look relatively new to you, or did they look like things that have been buried for a long time?
Fo musol ni nelo musol ni brinyalo danka mulunde fele ko musu kutollem bam fo mulunde fele ko musol le myalon ko ye ni badele ke baya mulundala musol nyimba.
You know, before the nylons decompose will take some time.
Yalo ninga ato nylon be yamin janni be tolila abe wati talale.
So and the weather also, it was almost Maghrib, as I said, a bit dark.
Andun ko afunu nyame woto anin fitir wato le benta dibindingo be dunding.
But the needles look intact.
Bari nailo le nyini be beteyari ne femban kela.
Okay, thank you. I'm not sure how much you were able to see, but usually the graves do have tombstones. Did you see like any tombstones laying around, or do you believe this to have been unmarked graves?
Yalo nim bade oketa eka taman serolu ke bade ko lutole fo taman serolu soton taliban wala fodu woldodo man soto wato men ite futata ji.
I didn't see any mark exactly on that grave. But if you start, but if you stand facing the east, on your left, you can see the next grave was like decorated with a cement, a rectangular cement shape.
Jede mam marke je wala taman serje o kaburo luto. Bari ni misal kam maylo ta yenya tilin tilibola mara karola e kaje ko bade ko lumen bije yelu be dadale cement block ye dada cementola ko e ka bade ko dolu dada nyamen.
Is it correct to assume that these bodies were exhumed from random graves of other individuals?
Fo mosinyum fono le bang ko ye nyim frewlu wuri dinkol le koloten drone italiye menu tombong.
No, I didn't believe that.
Hani malawala.
Can you please speak further on that? What you mean by you didn't believe that?
Isitente yo to seneyandi nyamuna na imalla alawanya.
Yes, because I believe if they were going to tamper with other graves,
Lata la konata ibita kaburdolu mala.
It will, the body or the remains wouldn't appear as it was.
Between ye menu wuri wonya ibenyamen to ite muluna wonya.
Because nobody will bury his family or grave or remains like in a balloon in a bag.
Kadu momon dinte kaf sotun sonnante lajang katela freo bade nailon kaitu buluri wokono.
That still leaves a lot of questions unanswered, but I'll move on. You said there were about 10 people present at the cemetery upon your arrival. Is that correct?
Yeah, I just estimated what.
Okay, other than Mr. Jim Darme, did you recognize anyone else that was present, or do you remember anyone else that was present?
Mr. Jim Darme kola, foi hakilo sa mutale, mo dolu menu ma beta je isi long wala hakilo si tolu muta.
I cannot remember, but maybe some of the members of the support team will be there.
Hakilo ma be muta de bari asekeno support team ni wala mako la kafo modu. Dolu betar la jele.
Is that an assumption, seeing as you can't remember anyone?
I cannot remember who among them were present.
Okay.
But I didn't stay long there. I just went and received instructions I worked.
Okay, and my final question. Before leaving for Ghana, along with the other 3 dignitaries you traveled with, did you receive any briefing as to the purpose of your trip or what you were expected to do whilst in Ghana?
Very good question. Interesting. But never happened.
And maybe just to ask a final one, did you have to do a debriefing upon your return back to Gambia?
Maybe individually to our respective institutions. I must brief my boss. I don't know the orders.
Asekade monu kilin lumenu tata ibe kilin dia mutela nyaton ko liyenne. Ya barinte de ninna nyaton ko dia mutale.
But there was none done collectively as a team, either before or upon your return.
Bare amanke ko albesi tanyo kandula kilin kakacha janaleta alim fanan almururan nim fanan fanan alimambem purkasi ka kacha fasonge.
No, never.
Hani wonene manke.
Okay, thank you very much.
Akoy numbara.
And you wouldn't know if the Minister of Health who led the delegation briefed the President, Jame.
For andu itabola nyin kala mafananko minister men matajara kene ala alim men tata nyola for asekeno le atafanan nari ngo adiyamta Jame for isi ku kala mutawto.
I wouldn't know that.
Hani tewlon na mawlon.
Thank you.
Deputy
Chair, you have the floor.
Chair, Siranto Nolanko Kenyaninka.
Thank you, Chair.
Inumbara, Chair.
Thank you, Esa. Thank you, witness.
Inumbara Council Esa. Akosedo Fanang Inumbara.
I don't know if the Honorable Minister did brief the President.
Malo for Honorable Minister Kachata President.
But I know for a fact that she was present at the exhibitions.
Barinalong ko amabetale dinkasingo be frewlu bondila tumume.
Because it was on public television.
Atu afindita Gambia television otole.
Now coming to my questions.
Barikana nanyininka rolla.
This is really in connection with institutional reforms.
Yimbeden din kuolle la melu nyanta kala falimoti men nyanta kala dunku bundalla.
How would you describe what you were teaching those junior officers that you asked to, how do you call it, to falsify the books?
Alibewo funding ke olu karandi kamunela. Alikom meni ya lonko ye falindi oke safero lula meni ya lonko wolebe wo diary olu bala wo buko olu bala. Alibe karandi kamunela.
Very unfortunate situation.
Aketa commerciality.
Unprofessional, unethical.
Anin sarto manta, anin doko no fanam manta, anin doko la lanya fanam manta.
Even the young officers will know that.
Hani wo funding ke doko la folio lonne.
It's just unfortunate. It shouldn't have happened.
Aketa kukeja wote dron amanyan kila numfreng.
So in essence, what you were doing was corrupting these young officers.
Woto mosafo ko albemen ke kan wala mun funding ke ulu ke dundi na karoto ke bulad na karido ko wala.
Whom you should have trained.
Alinyanta menu karandi la nun.
As you have said in your own words, to be ethical.
Ko te fa ya fa la kuma kan to nyamen ka tiling do ko la karola.
And moral.
Anin ka hakili nyimma dundi do ko to.
The execution of their duties.
Ni do ko kela.
And looking at the roll call of the people that were on that support team,
these were
senior people who were responsible for stopping criminal activity in the country. Yet, you were engaged in massive falsification of evidence.
Bari inatamuleke ye dabula tapale ya kule to meya lonko sede sotoringo membe caring inatawole taka yelemandi ka tilimbali ya kije ka ke tapale kuote ka ulu filindi,
which was designed not only to mislead the Gambian people,
meya lonko ya kenyele kama amanke nyindammanti de ka Gambian ko ulu filindi de,
but important strategic partners like ECOWAS and the and was it the United Nations or the EU?
Bari amanka Gambia dammanti de bari kan kafunyolu ndenyo malu menu keta Gambia fe banku kuma baluti anin kafu kuma balu ko menu beko United Nations anin ECOWAS kawulu fanalu filindi.
What do you have to say to that, Mr.
Say ibe mune fulaw to Mr. Hydara.
As I said, it's just unfortunate. as you said, I agree with you totally.
Thank you.
It should not have happened, and we have no choice at the time. The only choice I have was just to withdraw and resign.
Amanya kelanu andu intesisilo mentanu wala mintido ka tamandu wala kandaboje.
But there must be somebody also to witness such things, so that such a day that we should be able to witness this and narrate it.
Yo bari bidon fanan anyinyatale moye taraje yemabe akwokono katu mo sini mira ko nyinyol lungulu te bayela lumme sayin kandirobe kala ko membe ko binyol lungu.
Imam C, you have the floor.
Imam C lafte ñun kala.
Jërëjëf Hydara.
Koy num bara Hydara.
Sa CDA bu sen.
You welcome.
La CDA kendo kan.
Man li balay laaj moy yeen avion bi ngeen demone.
What I'm asking you about is the plane that took you to Ghana.
Ngone ko cargo la pak kese la.
You said that it was just like a cargo plane.
Legi yeen ak ñew yeen nekkon ben place.
Were you seated in the same area or in the same place on board the plane with those remains?
Not exactly.
Nekkuñ ci benn place bi de ci biir plane bi.
Ci biir plane bi itam gisuloo néew yi seetuloo leen foofu itam gisoo leen bi ñu koy dugal wala bi ñu koy génnee wala gisuloo ci dara ci biir plane bi.
On board the plane also, didn't you see any of these remains or whatever, where you just sat down there and you were not able to see any of these remains on board the plane?
No, when it is being taken on board, I did not see.
Biñ ko dugal ci plane bi gisuma.
And I cannot remember seeing the bodies while I was seated inside. I cannot remember exactly. It's possible, but I cannot remember.
Mënuma fàttaliku pour wax ne gis naa niw yi biñ nekkee ci biir plane bi xëy na mën naa am waaye daal suma xel jëlu ko mënuma ko fàttaliku. Thank you.
Do you know if the boxes containing the remains were put in a cargo bay, or in the cargo bay of this plane?
For hakilo sa mutako wo motolu be kunewlu melu kono walla be kerangolu melu kono yeke kuluntila la dumi sambaran dinkirale to bang.
No, we didn't know. I didn't know.
Hani maw fanan long.
I have no idea about how the movement of this remains.
Ning motolu fure meni alon ko ye sambateng idundinya isambanya ila ko kalanta nyonya ndinya mam femfel lonje.
Nothing looked organized during the process.
Akobe tamandi wato femfem manke kuti men tembeta je wala men mosafo no nyinketa nyamale.
Thank you. Bishop, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chairman.
Commissioner Odiko, welcome in.
Mr. Aziz
Hydara.
Mr. Aziz Hydara.
Sedo.
Do you know what happened to the old diaries?
We are not going to diary koto in Naba.
No, I did not.
Hani malonde. According to?
I did not get, there was a...
No, I did not know about it. Maybe the police should be able to say something about that.
Now,
concerning the remains that were exhumed from the Joshua Cemetery,
Sinang kasujini ning bala yomol memuri itol ning Joshua Nabade koro.
Which of the cemeteries were they exhumed from?
Ye bade ko jumale to.
Nan ye wuri
bade ko jumale to.
you know, when going to Banjul,
Nibita kam Banjul,
on the right,
Buluba Karola,
just opposite the road for TK Motor.
Silo men tata TK Motors was Silo Fango, Anyatili Nyala Je ay Karadola.
So when you then right going to the cemetery,
Ni sota Buluba Karola kay tilim bade kola.
the main entrance to the cemetery.
Bunda ba mem fonketa bade kola bunda ba fangoti.
Yes, you go straight inside.
Ye ikadun jele ye tilin na kata konoto.
So that's the place. I don't know exactly the position. I will not be able to remember, but that's the place.
Bari akata wala nyama hakilo tabe mutu nona de alun ka sute ko janni janne hani bari ko ngafata nyame o dinkira abe nyale.
So there are two cemeteries in Joshua.
Yalong bade ko fula wala be Joshua.
You have the Muslim cemetery and you have the Christian cemetery.
Yala ye muslim la bade ko soro la yena na Christian ol fana na bade ko soto.
So which of these two cemeteries were the bodies exhumed from?
Sila nyim bade ko fulol nyinyi ye bade ko jumala nyim fulol wuruta damendo.
I don't know the difference, the separation. I'm not familiar with that one. Which one is the Christian one and the Muslim?
Kutoda umanko mbake Christian ni Muslim la bade ko movement mangu fa mbake. Bari sedo fana nyini karoke fo. Christian la bade ko minto ma fanete ani Muslim la bade ko be minto ma fanne.
Well, the Muslim one is the one immediately as you turn into the road, and it's on your left-hand side.
Muslimolta wala ni tourner da don kasilo nyimuta abe marakarot.
And the Christian one is further down.
Ni boda Muslimolta to ikatambi kata ikatambi eta Christian olta to abe nyaro.
So they are all in the same fence, you mean?
So amunte bebe sansan kilimule kono.
No, there is a demarcation.
Ani bantambilo betema. Ane betema.
I may not know anyway.
Asakante o fahamu wala.
Thank you. Commissioner Kerr, followed by Commissioner Kinte, followed by Imam Jallo.
Commissioner Kerr wala fana dafti inyininkala sedo.
Thank you, Chairman.
Kai inimbara kiyaman.
Thank you, Mr. Hydara, for your testimony.
Inimbara Mr. Hydara ila seda ndilo fana.
What I want to know is, how did the negotiations with the Ghana government end?
Sila ntilafta kamello wala nyinti ko kachanyi labanta nyadi le ning Ghana mansakunda temo.
First of all, I congratulate you for graduation.
Fulo mbe kontona ila karango bangome yake ya makama take.
Thank you.
The Ghanaian negotiations they end up accepting the body.
Kachanyi nketa nyamin Ghana ila banta sonna le ye motolo nyilita.
Who gave you the negotiation points from the Gambian side?
Gambia la fanna la jumale silul tandala pour kachanyi ngal belala nyame.
No, you know, the issue just happened on the ground, and, you know, they were talking to them to accept the body. That was all. They just rejected the bodies, and the Gambian side was trying to convince them to take the bodies.
Akadanya me wala mdolon dia mole katanyin karafulo tema. Kado Ghana nkolo itelu balanta le ko fulo dulato. Yo barbitu na Gambia karo fana imbol fana man ko tutu la wonya e kantinete le kadiamu ini Ghana nkolo diamu kono kacha kono birin ko ta fameta utumo le Ghana nkolo na ta song pour kanyim moto luta.
The incident and the negotiation just happened automatically.
When katanya min ani law si ka kacha abebula tanyolo mane do aketale ko akeke tanyolo nyame.
And what do you have to tell the victims about your role in the cover-up?
Silang ite muna sarabi ng fola mola men dunda yung kolea kono ila mola ite be ite baro mengeje pour ka konyinta ka mabo ite muna sarabi ng fola.
Regrettable indeed.
Akata Minnesota
to be part of such effort or
pour katara ñi ñon ku façon ko no ñin ke bara façon
but we decided to continue and stay and witness it also.
bari msonta pour ka continuer pour nsikolu CDA.
But my withdrawal at the time wouldn't make any difference.
Kato tembo hanninte nganda boje num fanan wote ko kundim falin laje.
But today it can make difference by saying the truth.
Bari bi imaje ay kolu falin katu wala nyinti ka lo kato nyafo mbeto nyamem fo kanten we kolu falin de.
Because at the time the only thing I can do was to resign or withdraw.
Kato tembo nsimen keno dro wala ngana palaso sayindi ngam fanyo do kola wala nganda bondi ko nyim fong mu me kono bari manna okay.
But taking into consideration the Ministry of Interior,
bari ne kolu be kono jube minister bunda me marta banko kan kunyalula.
The Inspector General of Police, the Director General of NIA,
Police la kuntonko, NIA la kuntonko,
we are all aware of such an exercise.
Wulu bebota kalamale membe ke kanu.
So even if I withdraw, we wouldn't stop the thing happening.
Boto handinte nganda bondi je nu, wote kolu bayila de.
So I think I made a decision to witness this and see the end of it.
Wala nga kangota ko mbe continue le ngin ko no masata hanfo ngadandulaje.
But I would like to apologize if my actions or my things have in any way done anything wrong. I would like to apologize to all the victims.
Bari nake baro kan mbe bolo sayo nyininna molu bulu men ya lon ko leketa molu ti mantoro lata men kan walla ibadi ngolu nin ayatara misal kama ngamen ke kason katara ko nyin kono nata ke ko kundinti men keta ku ke baloti woto mbe yam fo danila.
Thank you. My final question is, how do you prevent something like this from happening again? That is one of our key mandates.
Ita ba keno na nyade ko nyin ku jaw sifa nyong anyon kana ke kotanke wala muntolla do ko kono kilinti abe kono surtout na sando nyi.
Very good.
Abetata.
I think we should be ready to produce good leaders.
Namira nyantam parelale pour ka nyaton ka kendolu nyimin.
And build strong institutions.
Nado kubunda kendolu londi.
There should be rules and regulations that should be able to guide and protect the leaders.
Sartolu nyantatar la kerinde melu mutarambulo luti meni alon ko nyaton ko lube ko kundin kala ibe bulala wo sartol le noma melu be ko lubule nyoto.
The fate of the leaders should not rest in one man's hand.
Amunta no nyaton ko lu amunta ila ko Kenya manya natarla mo kilimo bulokono.
If the leader fears his employer, then he does to his duty.
Ning nyaton ko silata mola meyata do kola awuta bewle la kamuta mandila.
If the president is a dictator, then all the institutional leaders will be dictators.
Nim president ko tajire nyaton koti oto do ku bunda nyaton ko fana le tan law silakini mo kan.
He is going to enforce the same rules on his subordinates.
Kato abe kan kilimo le tamandila wumolu kan puriye bara atela kumaka ngulula men yalon koy batele koto do kola.
We should educate and train our staff very well.
Nyantan na do kulalu karandila le ne fahamundi kende ke yalon men bakeri.
Thank you very much for your testimony and thanks for answering my questions.
Numbara bake la seda ndiro randu numbara baka fana mpure na nyini karol jabi nyame. Komisona kinti la bine nyini kala silansero.
Assalamu alaikum.
Koi salamu alaikum ay konton.
Wa alaikum salam.
Aziz me konton na bake.
Aziz, I greet you.
Be nakum nyinin ka diam follow bita Mustafa la kumole jansaka.
Well, what I'm going to say is going to be an addition to what Mustafa has said.
nga kalamuta ko Gambia mansakunda dollar wuli kemelulu di Ghana mansakundala.
We understand that the Gambia government gave $500,000 to the Ghana government. Is it thousand or million?
No, I don't know. 500,000.
500,000 US dollars.
500,000 US dollars. Dollar wuli kemelulu.
Lafte menyinin kala wala mufo alni okodo tata kome hana fanganta au jarama barana kaito tata nyola bang waran biring diamul be balandi nyoy be kontinding watolem kodo nyal walinje puruka Ghana mansakunda mane ne sabarola fomu koy fellongor.
Well, I don't know whether you are aware, did you go along with that money, even if it is going to be in cash or it is going to be in a check form, did you go along with that money? Or was it afterwards, during the negotiations, was this money sent to you in Ghana? Whether you know anything about it?
I did not know anything about that money. I think I heard about that after our visit.
No kodo kibaro moyin na kumpaboro fongo kolalem.
You see, our district, it was not organized.
Kadun na nyinta silo fongo amanka kuti men tembendi anyama de.
As Commissioner Jones has asked, before we went, there was no briefing and there was no debriefing too.
Ko Commissioner Jones ya nyinin kanyami mbitatu momenna imanteli kachandi fenfenna adum brin seytanam fanan anyon kacha fanan manke.
We did not meet as a team or as a delegation and organize ourselves and know the essence of our mission. We didn't even know.
Katu brin hani janinga ta kafonga ben kafo molu nganyo fahamundi kana silo dalilo ye kacha kakubo nyoto wo fama manke ndel fama amunta ndel finginde ma letata.
Yo na nyinin karo bunda bedamem famato.
The main reason of the main part of my question is
when UN house.
When these visitors were at the UN house.
Equal to bed and down la manjam for fankanta kamani sulata Allah makoiro la dame bao yalto londi wala kam purka bulumuto kanim makoiro.
You said you were moving around there in the corridors and in some rooms downstairs. You were there near them so that whatever they need, or if they need you, or if they want you people to facilitate something for them, they can call upon you.
Yeah, left in karo kela sinya jelle nyunyali ki atul ki kaitolu kamma pura o kaitolu nyanda sene andiro kelalie ni o ke jumale dabula tawoto.
What I want to ask about is, how many times did these people send you to get them documents that will show them something, and if that has taken place, who were also involved in producing or working on those documents with these visitors?
To first answer your question, I was not aware of any request, personally.
Kabo kela nyininkaro jabi nyilu ka foye fenkanin tolu bulu mambwa hana kilimu kalama.
What I do believe
nilata menna me asekeko
is they have a contact person among the group.
Aseke ye mosoton te lakafo kono inimmen kanyomoy.
Who they will contact whenever they need anything.
Aseke ikaw marile kumandi na ibiamu ni sulata fenfenna.
And this could be one of my seniors in the group.
Adunyi sekeno mo kilintin tel kafo mo kono meni alonko wolle mun to lakke baluti.
Because witnesses are provided.
Kafi ka sedo lu bondi. Me kamenu sambe kan.
Without us going for the witnesses.
Adu ibuka hanin to lu ki puruna tawo sedo lu noma.
And if they have requested for any diaries and diaries are produced, I'm not aware too.
Adu natra ye nyin kanin purka diary oluje. Andu misali kama inata o diary olu samba nyiliyenne. Ha, utonte kuno mambo akalama.
Or maybe they have been contacting the police directly and the police are producing the police. Because most of the witnesses are police officers.
As a
using the police without our consent.
As a Keno Fanang, nim police le kanyo moi, ikantelu tuje. Katu sedo jamabi mu police leti. Woto as a Keno new police le kanyo moi, itelu suna tamen na wuluka adito labari, ibukantel dabula je mambo akalama.
Mende jakal wala miko ya tolle londi ya lado ko be albonda lado ko daldo wodo ko dalbe ko marende etela lodula as head of investigation at NIA and mo ko tamulu albe nasi albe yuru yara la UN house dandamala nyin kamma ko al nyanta nyin mako la fengol leto kayto karin sulata ayna mo karin sulata ayna wol be kana tol be ka fen kala mutaje o jakal wala.
This is really amazing. To remove you people from your jobs, from your offices, so that you can go and be contact persons for these investigators. They take you to the UN house, and now you people are just there loitering like that. In case, if the reason for your being there was, if they need any document, they will request it from you. If they want to see any witness, they will ask you people to go and bring that witness. But you just stayed there like that, without anything like that happening. Well, that's really amazing.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Mr. Kinte.
Mr. Kinte.
You know, I will tell you one thing. There was no need for even that support team.
Ndakuma kelin fule haninte lu kafo molu menu yen tombong amang jari amang asulo mantar kering amanyana kelamu.
I haven't seen any necessity for such a team.
Katuntaman dalila wo dalila je purka wo kafu fasono londi.
The investigators will need witnesses.
Kisikizirla lu menu nata ebe sona la sedo lulale.
If the witnesses are police officers, the police command can produce this for them.
Ning ayatara wo sedo lu dumu police leti. Police lu kunton kolu sio sedo lu bondi no le kadi ni ka futandi ni lunda uluma.
And if these are diaries, they can bring the diaries for them, or the team can even go to the various police stations to see the diaries content.
Adunia ayatara isulata diary olela. O kaito lu kolu kasafe menu bala police kordalu to. Police olu nyanda wo diary oleta la ka samba ni lunta uliye wala lunta ul fa lu kisikizira liye uliye ta police station olu to ka wo diary olu kaningi ya itandila je.
I don't see the need for the group.
Mandalila wo dalila je nyin ka fo lundi men kamma.
If I was the Director General of NIA at the time, I wouldn't send my staff there.
Nintela mu kuntiyote no NIA Director General ntena do kulan fon kilaje.
To nyane ntenga menje wala muyinde ko nafa bala le nafa membala wala ntapale ko men ibaton mumpuru aliyaje ko alkaje ko nyunu nyanta dawda falinna ya be falin kula tembeta wo jorango be larim aparere mo wala atine allonde nyindo kay o mumol nyama sansamdirol te doron kata yuru yaraje.
Yeah, just being there was just for you people to be around there just like that. But the reason for forming that support team also is they wanted you to falsify those documents, those diaries. That was their main reason. So that is good to them, so that they can cover up themselves. The reason for you being there is to do that job for them, so that when these investigators come, they will be able to show them something which will not contain anything that deals with these migrants.
I agree with you.
Nsontela kumola.
Na nyinin kadar lawa wala bekela nyinti ko bara dari falingo.
What I want to ask also is about the exchange of the diary at Bara.
Wala nyaton ko jawara ay meitandi ako imanta benta ko official menu fongole safero ke ibebe barale.
Because the diary that their OC produced, and when he was saying that he was doing that, he said they were fortunate that the police officers who were working at the Bara station, who made those entries in the diary, were still available to them at the station there. So those people were assigned to do this transformation.
Comme misal fe menu be arjuma lumoto.
Just like example, those who are working on Friday,
when they are writing, the writing of those diaries or the transfer of whatever from one diary to the other, when Friday came, they decided to bring in people who did that job on Friday.
Momo biye da men safe yese wasifa kan ya bari asatara ganan ko le wala ko bondi jele yenyum kudol safe ya sign.
So it happened like that. Those who made those entries in those diaries, they were made to do writings or entries about other things and just decide to forget or to jump anything that deals with these Ghanaian migrants, so that that information will not be in the diary. Anything that concerns the Ghanaians will not be in the diary.
New bundamu makumandi nya soto wala le sa kumandi falsification la but natara mammen long wala minti kaira ba men keta je fo ya kel doron ko junior officer yeto bonno dawada wara men be kaira ba ye wolda maka fu nyome ke ma ko nyim falindi rol yalo niwo sotota o mullu ala bunda dole de me alon ko min falsification man killing impersonation or whatever manu fue alege alia kenyadi al bulo benda momo fe wala kana ay bunda nyin safe ay assign alie satara manke amari famoti me safe follow keno.
What happened at the Barra station was that those who made the entries, previous entries, were the same people who were called upon to come and do these new entries again, because they were the people who did the previous job. So, but as for Kairaba, what we can say is the falsification, because they just took randomly from police officers who are stationed there at that time to come and help in the falsification of these diaries that they wrote, that your task force was involved in at the Kairaba station. So that we can call that falsification.
No. What I said is I am afraid that they did not use people randomly who did this. In that case, in addition to falsification, they were impersonating.
Okay, yeah. Amunda wale mintiko ibe menke kandro.
Ike before sa feka molto ya.
Molto ya la manke ko menu make lu.
Ika sign.
Yeah, family.
I understand.
Okay, I understand.
That did not happen in our case. What happened in Bara?
O manken to la Carola, menketa Bara, o manken to la Carola.
Even members of the task force were not working at the, the support team were not staff of the charge office or the police station, but they were also writing in the diary.
Ya gente la kafo mo ko no fama. Iman dara charge office nunde imam boje. But hano no fama lu ya safero lu kala diary lu bala.
Na nyinin kar labon Hydara ya haketu nyinin karol siate bulata nyono.
Sorry Hydara, I asked many questions, but the last one now is
nyinin kar labon nyin.
My last question.
Ali nyin dindi mal minu bula nyin do ko la mobe kono bangite safo nyeno makala muta ko bintu keta benuma konole o Umar Dabo benuma konole o sifa ntema o mari lonne yang resim ma ko no woto sifal junior officers because yalla team mol ko le mol.
You have already named members of the task force. Those names are available to us, but the junior officers who were selected to come and help you in the rewriting of those diaries, I don't know whether you can be able to recall a name or any one of those people so that you can give us that name so that we will know who was involved in that job that happened at the Kairaba station. I don't know whether you can help us with that, if you can remember even a single person among them.
No, I could not.
But
the police should be able to help. You know, it is important the truth is told. So I just want to appeal to them, Malamin Sise and anybody in this team. I have no reasons.
Dalila tentable, Purkana Jang.
You know, and say such a thing when it did not exist. It did not happen.
Dalila no dalila tentabulu purkana si jang kakumalu fo men ya lon ko imanke ntete okela wo manke dalila ti me be mtabulu.
So they may be able to remember. I'm not sure, but they should be able to know these police officers, because they would not call any police officer to do such a thing without having trust in the person.
Woto itel bano lale wala itel sinin keno le ke hakilo bulandi jumanyolu itel leolu menu tombo wonya kana o mako irola katum bela lale ko itel be menu tombo na pour kana o safero ke be kala molleti itelu jikita menna ilata menula ko nyili sikullo mara nole wala na yolu tombo pour le na o safero ke na lo itelu I hakilo si bulano molu lale menu tombo menu na taw baddo ko ke,
because that is my belief.
ndela taw le lade.
They cannot go out and pick any police officer in the street to come and falsify those things.
Malala si hanyi nyina ye finti dron ka police wo police tombo silo kan pour ka ulunati kana ulubula wo safer façon la wonya men ka tapale saferoti malala si hanyi wala ibe molle tala ye menulo.
It will be a police officer they believe in, they have trust in him to do such an exercise.
Abekala police leti itelie men long ijikita menna ilata menna men sina wo do ku façon ke toni.
So I will not be asked a question of this, about such a thing and lie about it on the oath. I will not do that.
Motende nyinin kala kula nyin ko kono men sike kuoti men dente nyina ngana fania fo ko kono nte okela katu nan kalile na tawota wala nambe nyin kumofala.
I know many people have held the Holy Quran and the Bible and said they are on the oath, they will say the truth, but they are still omitting some of these things.
Ngalo ne molu sotontale doli Bible ol muta doli Al-Quran al-Karim muta ya foko mbeto nyale fola barika sawundin kira dolu le buka so wol fola.
So I'm just appealing that just say the truth and let it happen, and so that it will never happen again as the slogan of the TRRC. That is my opinion.
Bari mbe wasila mbe daniro kela alinga kata na tonya fo na tonya sabatindi menketa na wosata na tilimu ni tonya tamandi konyin kamala TRRC fonga sando momenti never again anyongo nene kanake isaje nsifuta no wolu lato na sabatindi.
Aziz baraka bake.
Thank you very much, Aziz.
Imam Jallo, you have the floor, please.
Commissioner Imam Jallo lafte nyinin kara sedo.
Witness,
Kai sedo.
Yes, please.
my question is going to hinge on your conclusion.
Ntela nyinin karo nyimbita sawodla ila kumuda fadulal bandulal.
As you are aware,
Ya kalamuda nyameng.
many senior officers above you and within your same ranks came to this commission.
Yalo nyameng molla mialon ko makamola karola be nyato ani mol mialon ko ni bebe makama kilin inata sedando di commission nyati no laja.
They took the oaths.
Ye kali.
They will not tell lies.
Ite fania fala.
It's been proven that many of them told lots of lies.
Bari aseneyata ko mojamal be kono ye fania balef.
Our major concern now is that this never happened slogan should be upheld.
Nye nasula ko mende ja wala minde ko na insando mende wala minde kana ke kotanke ake kuri me alon ko nga sabatindi.
And my fear is
many
of these people are still in the services of the Gambia government.
Do you
think we can genuinely get policies that will ensure that never again theory is upheld and is the truth? How can this be attained?
Okay, I thought you said in my conclusion. Okay.
Ako ila kumo kumfadlato isa isiyo kumakangulu ya maro DJ.
I will put it in the conclusion.
Akabakala ala kachako.
Okay, fine. Before you take the floor to make your final remarks, you had said that when the task force finished its work, as it were,
eko ya fo jango birin task force biri to lila do ko nyin ya bang ko afada ditela nyamen.
You were all gathered in a meeting where you were showered with congratulations and the praises. You said it would seem that two of the members of the task force were promoted.
Andung iko amulunte fele fang mofula be tax force nyin kono moyalon ko ko nyin kero ko la ida makamul la fale.
Were you promoted yourself?
Ida fang kunni mo ida makamo ya la fale ba.
No.
Hani?
Okay. You may now proceed to make your final remarks.
Dada ara sila isitenten no yela kuma kan labang fo bele kuma da soro na menna.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank the chairman and all commissioners.
Mbenyi silo tala fulo ka chairman numbara atenin commissioner membe bijang.
Hello?
Tulo bela.
Oh my God.
Mbe moy kanede itela bukandul moy.
Okay, yes,
Okay. Ten.
I say I would like to take this opportunity to thank the chairman and all the commissioners.
Mbela fila kanyi silota ka chairman numbara ka jai atenin commissioner lube.
And the lead counsel and his team.
Lead counsel nala kafo mulu.
All the interpreters.
Kana sorlalu.
And all staff of the TRRC.
Anundo kulalu melu bebe TRRC.
I would like to start with the question from Commissioner Imam Jallo.
Mbela fila kafuno dame menketa Commissioner Imam Jallo la kumakangoluti.
You know, to be able to achieve the slogan "Never Again."
Purunyi silo nyin kamala kafoko anyongo nene kanake nse mune keno hanfu ngawo sabatinda sulo dum nyin banko kan.
We have to get loyal and committed leaders.
Funga kata na nyato nkolu soto menu tilinta iwakilita isaita.
You know, the leaders who have dignity, integrity, and loyalty.
Wajato nkolu fanalu inyanta bunyani horomo anin tilingo menketa sonde me tilimo ti nyanta osotolale ifangula miro kono.
And as Imam Jallo has just said, there are people who are still in the system.
Ko Imam Jallo ya fanya men hanimbi molu be kering mansakunda doku bundalula.
We should be fair to ourselves.
Nyantale ngakata na tilim fangulu fe.
A perpetrator cannot be the leader of a reform process.
Men kata tajire uta kuruya ko lukenu wote kala falingo do ko nyato nkota te keno lati.
The person himself should be fair to himself for the loss of his country and leave the assignment.
Ate Mario fango meya lonko atele na takenu tajire oti. Awoto ate fana nyanta katelele ay tiling afamfe ala banko kano kan aya da bondiji.
So I think there should be this political will also to be able to achieve that process.
Adunga mira a politiko nganiyo ana hammo unyanta tala ulufana linyanta tala kerinne puruna sinota me yalon ko lebe mfutandila wodinkirato.
And be able to put in good laws and guidance to be able to protect and all staff of the civil service.
Andung lualu, sartolu, tarambulolu, ulube kende male nyanta lola me yalon ko nin tata osilo la tilimu nintonya sitama doku bundala nimmelu la makamo wala palaso nyanta la fala tilimu nintonya kan abeye tama okan.
But instead what I have been seeing is
bari ndeka menje num wala mnyinti
everybody wants to protect himself.
Mobe left a fan kantala ka fan tankandi.
To the detriment of the country.
Me ya lonko au bekala banko bekala kuja uleti banko ye.
Like I have seen in most of the testimonies.
Kadunga je sede yari jama kono jang.
And people were emphasizing, you know, the torture attitude, the human rights violations at the NIA.
Molu benyin kidimandi kan ila dia molu kono melu keta tajiri yati ka molu bala jatolu dimindi anin hadama ya nyanta tinyalu meni halonko iketanu NIA.
So they forgot the other institutions.
Inyileta do ku bunda dolula.
You know, and they say it's the modus operandi of the NIA.
Nyim foko wala keta kolu tamandi nyati kolu samba nyati NIA.
And I want to tell this commission.
Adu lefta nyim fala nyim commission yenko.
I have been working since now 27 years at the NIA now.
Sanji mwani woro wala ngawle do ko ke NIA.
And out of these 27 years, I spent almost 24 years at the headquarters in Banjul.
Ado sanji mwani woro wala kono sanji mwani nano be na be ke NIA la korda bale kono Banjul sate kono.
So I know the place very well.
Woto ngaw dinkira lonne kendeke.
So I would not deny the fact that the place has been used for torture and human rights violations.
Ndanyi soso la frem kafoko o dinkira ye jeke dinkira le tulung ika molu tajire ya damin ika molu la nyanto lutinya damin.
And I've seen people say in the testimonies that 90% of the NIA staff are torturers.
Adungaje fam molu yenyim fujanko do kulalu men bebe NIA niya beke kemeti sidula tankolon to be mo tajire wolleti.
And I would not agree to that.
Nde sonna wala.
There are few people, you know, who are maybe less than 15 or 20% are torturers.
Andu ne ajube o do kulalu kono membita la hanfo keme sidula tanilulu wala sidula muang wolu man ka tajire wolti.
Now those are the torturers.
Wolem sorry alhakatu wolem tajire woluti keme sidula tanilulu kata sidula muango kan wolle ka tilimbali alu ke molla wolem tajire woluti.
Most of the torturers or the torturers will come from other institutions and use the NIA premises for torture.
Mojama ekabobonda dolela kabodo kubunda kotawulula meni yalon koy kana NIA ikana nyin tajiri yalu kije ekabona bari dama be kono ekabona bantale de.
I will give you this scenario. This is it's like a circle, you know, the activities of the security institutions in achieving this.
Nyimu kuleti me yalon ko mbala nya itandila katu kule mnyinti me yalon ko akamurumuru ne kanto nintankada bunda lutema.
Like the military will arrest people and detain them at mile 2.
Ko sojar bundala isimolu muta yete sindi mile 2 kasola.
And in the night they will pick them and take them to the NIA premises and torture them.
Suto la mikatao molu kama mile 2 yenati NIA sansango kono ibe tajire ya menkele la je ya kela je.
Equally, the NIA will arrest some people and detain them at various police stations.
Andung even NIA fawlu fanan ika modolu mutale niye mutaitawlu sindi police station dolu to.
And the police authorities or the police officers will be rotating these people from one station to the other to hide them from their families incommunicado.
Adum police ol fanal kana muneke ika nyimmo mutare mutale ke sounding ke bondi janke sambajana puru nyin kammala ibadin lu fanglu kanalo nyim na badin kari ya muta abe mintole wolu bakaw fanglo ndo soto no.
And the police also will sometimes arrest people
and
bring them at mile 2 without warrant.
And police on phone tomorrow kamolu mutale itaye sindi mile 2 adu ibukahani kaiti samba kafo nyino mutaran kaito kafo me warrant.
And the military again will take these police detainees from mile 2 and bring them to NIA and beat them.
Andung o sojarol koteke wolle kata o mo mutarengulum bondi mile 2 kenati NIA sansango kono kana ke tajire yaji.
So who is innocent of this torture?
Woto sa injumale seneyata wo tajire yakono.
And after all these confessions will be made,
andu no be botala ikana molu diamundi kafo kuolula.
So if confessions are made, statements are taken by the same police.
Niwo kuma kan lu fota adu kuma kan ta talu menu ya lonko molu yafo police le fawlu kana kuma kan lu ta.
And these statements will be recorded by police at the NIA premises.
Adu kuma kan lu police le fawlu kan lu ta ke safe NIA la sansango le kono.
And these statements will be taken to the Attorney General's Chamber's prosecution unit or the police prosecution unit for possible prosecution.
Adu kuma kan lu ni eta nyimolu bulu NIA ike samba kiti bunda lela wala police la kiti ndirlalu pour isio molu meni yemuta isi kiti ndiwo kuma kan la menuta NIA.
The Attorney General's Chambers and the police prosecution unit knowing very well that these people's statements were taken under duress.
Adung Attorney General la office fango anim police bunda la kiti ndir bunda ifang lu be kalon ne ko ñing kuma kangulu menu safeta tembe ñi kitindi la ñing kangulu menu la ye forcé tota e mario lu bulule.
And it will stop there.
Andu ngabu kada woto.
So this case file will be taken to the judiciary for prosecution.
Adu kanao kiti file leta ka samba kitindi bundala pour ibe molu kitindi la menna.
And a judge will be selected, a favorite judge will be selected.
Andu ifawon leke fansu kitindirla nyala tombo ete lafta men na pro yo kitota.
And this judge will sentence these people to anyhow he loves.
Adu yo menta kitola onya kitindirla ate mari men diata e yirko men diata be nyimolu soro no yirko lela.
Knowing very well that the victim's rights have been violated.
Andu telefono katarle ya non ko ni membe nyi ndia mo ko note yala nyanto le tinya.
So that is why I say we should all come out and say the truth. Everybody is involved in this process.
Wala nan ko mobe finti ye na ye to nyafo katu mobe le dabe ko nyun kono.
So I would like to appeal to everybody to cooperate with the TRRC and say the truth and nothing but the truth.
Otombe mobe danila inin TRRC nyomoy ye nina ta ye tonyafo adu kana femfem foja memmanke tonyati.
And I haven't seen any achievement by any other security service for institutional reforms at the moment apart from the NIA.
Naman ke NIA te nyin tembe man kanto nin tankada falinje doku bunda wo doku bunda la nyim banko kan follow.
Because I have seen the NIA, which was used to be called the almighty NIA or the notorious NIA.
Kadu ngajele NIA la bunda follow me ka foko bunda sembe maba membe kerin nu wala bunda tobo rinjawo me yalon ko tobo jawo be kunto NIA la karola wotumo ngawjele nu.
Has now become the most tolerant and professional institution or service now.
Bari sayin je falinta natake bunda te bunda me yalon ko itelle sonta kula ye famaji andu ikatama tilimu na sayin menni nunto fatata.
They have turned 360 degrees from their activities.
Amunta ibe nyatili nyabe nun damin iyele matale fereng ye kodi wotola le silam.
Now, even an SIS officer will be afraid to tell people they are SIS.
Sayin fango menu be kullo dinkarin doku wala wolondi dinkarin doku bunda ikasila le fang pour que fayita ndimo la kafonte mo SIS doku lal.
I have seen that.
Najele.
So I would like to thank all the staff of the SIS through their Director General.
Bitumbe SIS do kulalu belum barala katambindini ila Director General yala.
For definitely transforming the institution.
Koye do kubunda nyi falinyami.
Position in the service.
Andu yedo kubunda nyi senkal loku.
Away from that, I would like to thank again the TRRC for doing a great job.
TRRC numbara la kotaka puru do ku kendo menke.
And pray that may the Almighty Allah guide you in your work.
Mbe ala dani la fo ala si alitete kalikanta alla do ko kono.
I thank you all for.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Hydara. And
Mr. Hydara chairman ko.
Our mandate period is from July 1994 to January 2017.
Ntella sembo do ko wuchemen ditana ulam kabo July 1994 kana 2017 kang December.
Notwithstanding what is happening at SIS at the moment, I don't think anyone can deny the atrocities that happen in this country by the security services during the mandate period.
Wo kanto nin tankada bundala maje ka foko hanimbi wo kanto ni wo tankada bundal mun bi loring nin temben ka fo bosilo kan
where the 15% was what constituted the bad apples in NIA.
Fo keme o keme sidula talni lulu wala keta yiridin tolirinuluti membe nun NIA kono ban
or a higher percentage.
Wala atalante mo bang.
It cannot be again denied that atrocities occurred in the agency. And what would look like a bit of finger pointing that you have done, that soldiers were bringing people to NIA premises and torturing them, and it appears as if NIA was the one doing that, or NIA was being blamed for that.
Kafoko sojarulu kamulu mutaringulu nati kane tajire ya NIA silang ay fintiko NIA wulubu kufasongulu beke kang.
The police would come and do the same thing in NIA premises.
Police wulu fanali sina yo kukiling fasongo ke NIA la sansango kono.
Security services, parts of security services were involved in these atrocities. Just want to point that out, but to thank you again for your testimony. Council, we take a 30-minute break and come back with the next witness. Is the next witness ready?
Yes, Mr. Chair, the next witness is ready. It would be a very short witness, I imagine. So we can start 1:30 and hopefully end it by 2 or 2:15. And that would be it for the day.
Oh, really?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Not going until midnight.
Yeah. Be careful, Mr. Chair. They will just take you up on your...
I learned my lesson from discussions before we got here. But again, yes, thank you very much. We will come back at 1:30. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, witness.
touchdown, better broke down.
Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
That's how she became mine and see the
For all your pastry, bakery, and quality food, CK Restaurant is the only place to be. We do catering for birthdays, weddings, and all related services. We have all kinds of local foods, American, European, and even beyond. Come and have a taste of our local juice, ebe, and other services. At CK Restaurant, customer satisfaction is our priority.
Love like fire. Wow. Love like fire. Xam ngeen rek affaire bi xam ngeen fan la? Skincare la. 2020 lañ wax de. Waaw. Fii nag mooy Kerr fan, Kerr zero tache. Perfect skin. Skincare saa su ne rek niñ ko dee defee rek loo lañ soxlaati rek maanaam bu ngeen am problème ci seen skin yéen xam ngeen fan la fii ngeen di ñëw suma xarit yeeg am di jàmm yi nga xam ne taas daf lañ sonaloon xam nga doon xeesal ba la ka xum éneew ma lañ ko nag waaye just in case comme ni ko gars yi defee rek en cas just in case loolu xew xam ngeen fi ngeen di ñëw Skincare Plus si yu baax rek la ñoo dox nag ay baax rek fu ne la ñoo dem ci réew mi di lañ indi rek nag products yu baax du Paris du Italie du USA du fi mu nekk nii sax boole nañ ci nag Sweden fu nekk lañ leen a indi les products bu dee tamit nag da nga ñuul rek ñu lay jamaa natural beauty that melanin dripping we do have stuff for you as well emuñ si skincare products rek ñu ngi ci cuub yi tamit fu ne la ñoo jaar in fact sax last commercial bi ñu defoon waxuñ leen woon dañoo dox ci ay kawar 9A grade rek nag waaw we do have bundles as well hair si lu ne la ñoo dox ñu ngi ci rafetal jigéen rek luy taaral jigéen rek waaw boo leen di tukki tamit bëggoon rek classic suitcase dañoo dox ci ay Samsonite duñ dee indi any brand of suitcases though other than Samsonite comme li ma dee wax rek boo eggee airport dëri Samsonite dafa am nuñ laa xoolee waaw ngeen ne lan nag waaw skin ci moom la ñu gën a xamee nag skincare products ci moom la ñu gën a xamee ñu ngi dox tamit bentee tamit si ay dàlla man waaye man nag skincare mooy suma specialty xam nga rek jigéen bu sa xar kanam réglé loo def mu jag am nañ Patricia Reiner, Kiwi Eye, the whole range, Lighten Up Gold, Tomatine. I mean, the list can just go on and on and on and on. Lépp loo xam ne rek luy taaral jigéen la ci yooyu rek la ñoo dox Skincare Plus nag emuñ si Gambia rek ñu ngi United States ñu ngi Gambia fii ba pare bu dee yaa ngi anywhere in Europe mun nañ la ko mail within 3 days rek ñetti fan rek nga jot say diw emuñ si loolu rek dañ laa consult tamit balaa ñu laa jaay diw dinañ def a free consultation pour wax la rek exactly li nga xam ne moo méngoo ak sa kanam dinañ leen wax tamit ne rek am nañ perfumes, fragrances, men's shirts, accessories. We do dresses as well. We do blouses. I mean, we do shoes. Name it, we do them. Skincare Plus 2020 is our year of perfection. Zero tax. Fi nek ni rew mi fi ken waratu fi tax. Ken waratu fi am problème kanam. Ken waratu fi am problème picture. Boko amé dafa fekk ne rek ñuulo ci place bi fi.
Love, 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 love like fire. Bring my yobo guma fine. Love, 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 love like fire.
When we touch down,